If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marco.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
I don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the songs with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You don't know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with you for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
You know, for you, Tommy. All right, Betty. Just because it's a Friday.
I can't promise anything.
We don't know. We don't know where it's going to go. We don't know where it's going to go.
Did you just leave space and come here, bro?
It's a Vice Shirt Friday, Leroy.
Why does it look like you stole a Wynwood wall?
I knew that. You know, I saw this shirt. I was like, this is the most Vice shirt I've probably ever seen. Still not good enough. Still not good enough.
You look like gelato.
So, like, all of them.
Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Ah, man. Our Terran Armstead is going to be okay. He tweeted out.
Stop.
So happy.
Stop.
I was so scared.
I begged you. I begged you. Please, let's just wait till we get the MRI and see what's going on before you start hyperventilating and panicking.
Yeah, but you want to know why he's a real one? Because he knew that I wouldn't get an answer from the coach until after Saturday. He just took matters into his own hands and tweeted it out. That's why I like Terran Armstead, you know?
You know what? Here's the other thing. Why walk when you can ride? Like, everybody panicking. Oh, Terran Armstead is carted off the field. And I'm like, they brought it out there. Take that ride, bro. That's it. That's all I thought.
But you do know the stigma that comes with it. They got to get some kind of other item. I don't know what it needs to be.
The spray?
No, it doesn't. It needs to be some other method of travel, you know, that we know.
Well, in soccer, in soccer, they carry it in their back pocket.
One needs to just be for convenience and one needs to be for emergencies, you know? Like there needs to be the fun cart and the oh no cart.
Can I just say this? When that cart comes out, depending on how they put them on that cart, determines whether it's a ride or oh no. Okay, you know this. You've seen injuries to where the cart has come out, and you're like, oh boy.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing: I don't have video for practice. We only know a cart. You know, I need the media at hand to have an easy thing to distinguish. Like, so it needs to either be a cart with like subwoofers and like neon lights, like, oh, the fun cart's out. It's just for travel, or the oh no cart, you know, with little wee. So now we can distinguish what card is what card. Is this just for a ride or is this for, ooh, he needs it?
Here's what I would say. Here's when you really know something serious. When the goes onto the field. When they drive that ambulance onto the field, then you know it's serious.
Oh, that's serious, yeah.
Right.
But that's not, again, that's not like I could tell that.
I mean, I've seen guys with torn ACLs walk off the field.
I know, Tom Brady.
So for you to just say, oh, if you walked off the field, I would have felt better is not accurate.
You would have felt better. It just sounds better.
I never felt one way or another because I always wait until they do the MRI.
You felt one way when we just said the word sneakers. Like it was the most odd thing to just throw out there. You're like, who has sneakers at practice? This is a trick.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, think about it. Here, let's be realistic, real talk. If a guy is really injured, would he have time to think about, hey, go get my tennis shoes? I'll just switch shoes right now.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, no.
That's, I mean, you know, that's where your expertise
You ain't think about changing your damn shoes.
I don't know what his feet are like. Maybe he's got lifetime plantar fasciitis.
I tried to talk you.
The worst.
What?
I tried to talk you idiots off the cliff to say, let's just take a deep breath. It's camp. It's camp. And here's what you need to understand about camp. Any tweak, bump, bruise, or whatever, guy getting it checked out because he need to get ready for the season. He ain't worried about the here and now. It's not like a situation where, oh, all hands on deck for the last game of the season. It ain't one of those situations where you can be like, oh, you got a month before the season starts. All tweaks, all bang, bumps, and bruises are handled with kid gloves.
Well, from tweaks to tweets, here was what Teron Armstead tweeted yesterday. If you could throw this up here, J-Fig. Armstead, he said, got landed on during a team run in practice today. Things like that happen in the trenches. We just get up and get back to work. And that's what I do. Heart emoji. Mindset on week 1. Dolphins emoji.
Which means, let me break that down for you. I found a way to avoid practicing until the first week of the season. God damn. Hot damn. Y'all don't understand football. I'm breaking it down for you.
Is it that hot for Teron Armstead where he's just done?
I'm breaking it down for you.
Teron Armstead's just going to be in there for indoor days.
And in his tennis shoes. Look, dude, I'm telling you, I've never seen a guy that was hurt ever.
I'm going to tell you something right now, Teron.
Changed his shoes before he left the field.
Here's the thing. He's not allowed to hit mitts on the side either, okay? I want you resting.
That's true. No box.
Real rest. Get him a hammock out there, okay?
You need to do something to get him in game shape, though.
Otherwise,
you're gonna be even more mad at the end of games when he's exhausted and can't block nobody.
Well, I mean, listen, you know,
maybe we'll use a cart to get him off the field, so he doesn't necessarily have to walk ever. But we just got to change the music.
Does he change in the house shoes every time we go to the sidelines too?
Yeah, a nice little. I need a snuggie. I need him to be comfortable on the sidelines. If he doesn't want to practice until week 1, and this was his master plan, take whatever you need, dude. I think he was like broken all last.
Here's the deal though, and here's the crazy thing about football. If you don't go through certain bumps and bangs and bruises in camp, when it gets to the season, you don't know how to deal with it. And I don't care if you've been playing for a long time or not. You got to reset your mind and reset your body every year to get to the point where, okay, this is what, okay, this is what tackling is. This is what guys falling on me. This is what this is. And you got to mentally prepare yourself for that. And I know, especially for running back, when you get hit on damn near every play, somebody is hitting you. So you got to mentally get your mind ready for that. Your first contact can't be week 1. And so I understand that everybody's trying to be cautious with the injuries and stuff. But if you don't go through that in camp, you have more of a chance of getting hurt because you don't know how to handle all those different situations.
That's the only thing that I am worried about. Like, minor or not, with Teron Armstead, we know he does get hurt a lot. I mean, the fact that he's just ramping it up in a joint practice and he got hurt already, like,
seems like there's certain stages you should have went through.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. We listen. I get the concern that coaches, front office people, owners have with their players. I get that. But the one thing that's getting lost in all this is that your body has to go through certain things to get ready for a football season. And like I told you before, I had to have a series during whenever it was. I had to have a series where I carried the ball like 4 or 5 times in a row. right? Just to get an idea. Okay, deep. All right,
Get the juices
just
flowing.
to get your mind right. Your first introduction to having to carry the ball substantially in the drive can't be the first week of the season.
But is there
It
like
can't be.
what did you need it less as the years went on?
No, I had to go through that part of football every camp,
Got it.
during the preseason. I've had, coaches
But-
have said, "Hey, are you done?" Because as you get older, they mostly ask you, and I say, "Give me one more series, give me the ball like 4 times in a row."
But like, did it get less as you got older? Like, did you need less to ramp up?
No,
Hmm.
you still got to feel, getting tackled. You still got to feel, listen, when you got to pass protect against a guy that's your speed but 30 or 40 pounds heavier, like you got to get your mind right to put your face up in his chest. You can't just simulate that in practice. You ain't hitting for real. So you need to experience these things. It don't have to be a whole game's worth, but you got to, it's almost like, when they tell you to reboot your server or at home, that's the first thing AT&T did. You reboot your wireless? That's kind of what you got to do every year. Every year you got to reboot your mind to let it know what you're in store for the next 3 months.
We got lots to get to here on the show. A busy sports weekend coming on up. Go to break there, Vincent Van Toad.
WQAM
Welcome back. Happy Friday, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM, taking you guys up until 2 here on the program.
Is the championship tonight or tomorrow for the Pinks?
Tomorrow. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Messi held court yesterday. Did you guys see Messi hold court?
No.
First local press conference that Messi has had. And we got
later.
Of course. We'll learn Messi's language, okay? He's the GOAT. I'm taking more lessons as we go, just so I can speak to Messi, know Messi, love Messi.
Does D speak Spanish?
Yes.
So you can't.
She teaches kids all day. She want to teach another overgrown one? I'll give her a break.
I mean, all right.
Also, I don't know. I feel like the same way my fiance lived in another country that was only Spanish speaking, but I can't learn from her. She's aggressive.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Like
too fast.
Cinco. And
she has to speak to you like tadpole.
It's very, very aggressive. I can't do it.
Wow. Yeah.
I'd rather pay a stranger. It's the worst.
Stolen McRib says Tobin says he'll learn Spanish from Messi, but not his wife. I mean, she hasn't scored 9 goals in 6 months.
She's bared 2 of your kids.
Well, they don't know.
Your 2 kids. Let me say, say 2 of your kids, like she got others.
Yeah,
like,
I understand. Like, yes, it's a blessing, but
you with her more than anybody.
I understand, but Messi, dude, these goals. Woo, woo.
You say, like you guys would be watching TV. You ever tried putting it on the SAP channel?
We've done that a few times. I've watched. She's big. You know what she does? She's big into watching a lot of that stuff on Netflix. A lot of shows in Spanish on Netflix.
Oh, and she doesn't like the because the bank robbery movie?
What was that called? With the professor. What the hell was that movie? Hi, Money Heist, right? Money Heist.
Money Heist. That's
or is it just
that's Spanish? But
yeah,
if you do the captions, closed captions, they do it in English.
Yeah, we do that. But like she doesn't need them. She doesn't need them. But I'll follow along. Money Heist was good. Hey, who's that guy? The sniveling guy? Oh, Andres, the guy with the glasses.
Oh, the guy that he ended up getting kidnapped with the first one.
Hated that.
And then
guy,
he's
dude.
just been around.
Yeah, hate that guy, dude. But yeah, Messi. Apparently he was just hosing down PSG yesterday. They hated PSG. Wish it never left. Loves it here. So happy here.
Damn.
9 goals will do that for you.
He's had a great time. And then he explained he was doing the have you seen that Messi's been doing the you saw him do the Wakanda Forever, but he's been doing celebrations. He did all the Marvel celebrations. He did Spider-Man. He did, I think, the Thanos choke. So he's but he does those for his kids. He's like, I only do them at home games so my kids can enjoy them.
Cool.
Because they watch superhero movies every night.
Yeah.
Little did he know, he's our superhero.
Leroy's there watching it, like I recognize that one.
Yeah. Dade South says that Andres was a real. It was Andres, yeah, real bastard. Hated that guy.
Yes.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says Tobin would do a honey heist, like a Pooh Bear.
Hey, boo boo, I'm hungry as hell.
Hey, boo boo. He also thinks MLS is. He's like he was like putting this out there yesterday. Messi. He's like, loose translation. I'll just paraphrase it. He's like, revolution is coming, and America has a chance to take over soccer. It wasn't like that, but it was kind of like that. He kind of implied that, dude.
I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna take.
I don't think so.
I think he said something like that.
Money. You want these top name guys? Like, first of all, the MLS has something that the Euro leagues don't: salary cap. And so you're never going to be able. But from what I heard, and I heard this one time from Whittingham, you have several designations for players, and your cap money doesn't count with certain designations. So them signing Messi, I don't think that counted against their cap.
Yeah, look, I don't know soccer, but I know that soccer has a lot of money shenanigans that go on.
Oh yeah.
And so listen, dude, you know, they sound like they put the NFL salary cap to shame when it comes to the fugaziness.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
then
he said,
what about the next year, the MLS, they're gonna start loaning players.
he said talking to ESPN, he said I think it has every opportunity to grow. He says in comparison to Europe, he says that growth depends a lot on the league. It's an ideal moment to grow. There are important competitions upcoming that will be played in this country, like 2024 Copa America, the 2026 World Cup. It's time for the league to make that leap and finish growing, finish looking for what it's been seeking for a while. Everything is in its place here to witness top level football because of the country, the structure, and a bunch of things. It's a revolution, dude. It's a revolution. I suppose I could have been watching good soccer this entire time, but, you know, I'd rather just wait until it's the Pinks.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best soccer on television right now across the world. And there's a World Cup going on.
Hold on Apple television.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's also now that I'm logged in, and I will say Apple a lot easier to log into than other, because you could just use your iPhone. I mean, they got it down. They're just like, scan, boop, you're in. I was like, oh, thanks, Apple.
Nice. That is pretty cool.
Do you need the little box? I have the little box.
No, you could have, I mean, it depends if you have a box or if you just have the app on whatever TV you have now, you can just get the Apple app.
And then you can, I don't want to pay for just.
You don't have to pay for it. Well, you have to
really?
pay for the ML. You have to pay for the package. Yeah. It's been worth every penny though, dude. Every penny.
They cracking down on password sharing. Maybe you guys can have a little conversation there, you know?
Maybe.
Okay.
Although the old don't like sharing passwords.
That's true.
No, I can see it now. Me trying to log in. Boop, Mr. Tobin, you just logged in up north. How can you be two places at once?
He also says that I think soccer in the U.S. has grown a lot this year. It is shown in the results of the U.S. men's national team have had lately. It was a great squad in the World Cup too, very competitive. It held its own against every team on had on its slate. It's getting closer to the level of Mexican soccer. How about that? I know we hate, but is that, you know, I don't like the fact that, because don't we hate them, you know, like as far as soccer is concerned, don't they throw the piss snowballs at us or the piss balloons at us?
I think that's like our biggest rival, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, look, right now, I'm just worried about the Pinks. I'll worry about the U.S. men's national team another time. And what I'm worried about tomorrow, and actually not worried about tomorrow, is Messi raining down hell on Nashville. And then he's going to get a big cowboy hat. He's going to go down to the Grand Ole Opry, and he's going to just dance all over everybody. Him and Busquets. The Busquets Scoot Boogie.
Wow, you're adding him to the play.
Yeah, he's added to the play, dude.
We're drawing up to
the play.
Hey, Peyton Manning yelled Omaha 1,000 times.
Yeah, true.
You know what's funny about that? I would say 80% of the time that he yelled it, it didn't mean anything. It's just dummy calls.
Sounded good though.
Yeah.
I think
everybody's, Peyton Manning, listen to him work the offense. I'm like, half of the time you have to have dummy calls because everybody knows what your hot, you know, like if a Cleveland Brown walked up to the line and went, Brown, 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 everybody knows something about to happen. So you do dummy calls.
He also says on the championship,
defense is dummies.
Messi says on the League Cup final, if they win it, he says, be incredible for the fans of the club itself. While it's been a great surprise that we're about to play for a final for people who don't see us train every day, we have prepared for this, to compete for this, to go for this title because we know we are capable. That's Goosey's right there, dude. You know what? Tata's got them all talking.
Besides one game, they have basically just ran through this, right? Since Messi's gotten here.
Yeah. I mean, you had the
one PK, one game they won.
Yeah, PK. You had his debut was obviously dramatic, where he won it on the free kick. You had the PKs. Who was they had to come back against the team. So I feel like last game was their easiest game,
which everybody thought would be their toughest.
Yeah, Philadelphia they were they were in above their heads, dude. Union. Not surprising that Joel Embiid was trying to rally the troops. Like, come on, Philadelphia. Philadelphia. I mean, you know what was going to happen, Joel. You knew what was going to happen now. You know?
Probably called him a bum too, because he
Probably. We'll take a quick break. Tyreek Hill telling Whoppers. That's next. All right, welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Miami Dolphins, little preseason action tomorrow, 4 o'clock from Houston. Game day uncensored with myself, Omar Kelly, and Alejandro Solana gets going at noon. It's a lot of hours, boss, for a preseason game. Just saying, dude. Wow. It's a lot. Ooh. That
Maybe
being said, we will.
From
What's
like,
that?
You'll probably get some playing time though, since this is the dry run.
Oh, I hope that we get a little bit. I need to see Tua out there, 2 series. Just give me a little wet my whistle. That's all I'm asking Mike McDaniel to do. Wet my whistle. That's it. You know, I don't need a whole quarter. I don't need him a whole half. Couple series. Wet my whistle. Wet my whistle. And I don't want Tyreek out there either. He sit his ass down. All right. We already almost had a disaster yesterday. We were tweets away from a disaster yesterday.
But Tobin, there's a fine line between worrying about people getting hurt and getting ready for the season.
I know,
right?
dude.
Like,
but like
you have to you can't get ready for the season without any live action.
Leroy,
because you will be the first person to complain about the sloppy start.
yeah, but here's the thing, Leroy.
There is no thing.
Tyreek Hill's a button pusher. Did you hear his antics yesterday?
No.
He had everybody believing that he doesn't watch film because he's the biggest troll in the league. And this was him yesterday. He goes,
He probably watched the Johnny Manziel thing and said, you know
like,
what? I'm going to do that.
He's like, film? I don't watch film. I have football in my blood.
Man, believe this or not, I don't watch no film, bro. Like, I just know the game of football inside out. Like, I've been playing this game since I was a kid, since I was like 5, 6, and I grew up in a football household. So, plus my dad was a coach. You feel me? So I know every defense. I know every defensive line. You know what they doing. Like, I know everything. You know, the safety's gonna tell the story. Like, I know all of it. And you know, when I first came into the league, obviously I was athletic. Obviously, you know, I had the ability to make plays, but you know, the next step is being able to, you know, recognize coverages, you know, being able to, you know, understand a DB's leverage and what certain releases you need to use. So I've been all about that. And I'm getting the young guys on that too, though, whether it's Waddle, whether it's, you know, other guys in our room. You feel me?
So you're getting so he's influencing everybody else not to watch film. I don't watch film. I just know football. And by the way, I have everybody else not knowing the film either. So
Can I just I'm gonna say this. He's telling a whopper.
A whopper, dude.
Let me tell you why.
And
let me tell you why. He may not watch film at home at night. But when you have all them meetings before practice, that's all you watching is film.
now, Leroy, he's such a whopper teller. He then doubles down on the whopper, a double whopper, because then he claims this is what he does instead of watching film. This is how he prepares. He goes to video games. That's how he preps for the week.
Nah, so I feel like Madden has a good tell of how good players are. So I just play Madden the night before, and I go look at all their ratings. So let's say, for instance, they had Steve Nelson and Derek Stingley over there, 2 phenomenal players, by the way. I just go get on Madden. I go to the EA rosters, then I scroll down and see what their awareness is, their speed is, and they sprint, and that's how I get a good tell on them.
Oh, yeah. Look over there. That guy's got a 74. I remember that. All right, we're good to go.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
You
Really, though? This guy really does come to the table.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I gotta see this.
Why are you even falling for this?
I'm not. I
love
I'm not. I'm playing this because I saw this. I'm like, this guy just comes to the table every week with what wacky thing can I say today that people might believe?
Here's the deal. All right, not for nothing. Sometimes People don't want you to know how hard they work at their craft. They want you to think that it's easy. He wants everybody to think that, oh, this is just natural. But he's working at it. He's working at it. Right? It's a lot of work.
77.
You watching film because guess what? When you get in those team meetings, offensively or individually with the quarterbacks or with the only thing you're doing in that room is showing examples of why you're doing what you're doing and watching film on how a guy plays it, right? Or how he's going to play you. Or, hey, Tyreek, they're probably going to roll the defense to you. Look at this play right here, right? Where they roll the safety over the top. Here's the play we're going to run with that. And you make sure you do this. Now, contrary to popular belief, that's film study. So from that standpoint, you need to get an idea to each particular team as to how they move in between their defenses. So whether the safety comes up, whether they like to adjust, whether they like to do it on the run, however they do what they do. The defenses are standard. You have a lot of different defenses or coverages that the defense can run, but most teams don't change their coverages too often. So when you got to watch film to get an idea of what teams like to do in certain situations. You do that during team meetings. You do that during individual meetings. You watch game film. We watch so much game film. You watch your practice, and then you start preparing for the next phase of game prep. So while he's saying that, there ain't nobody in football that know that to be true. I think, you want to tell you what I think?
Go ahead.
I think he saw the Johnny Manziel special and he said, you know what? I'm
going to mess with people.
Right.
Zero film. Says, it didn't take me long to realize that Jimmy and Tyreek share similar roles for their respective teams. Hype your teammates like no other and troll the media. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I mean, he spent all of last season just basically saying a crazy thing every week. But it was great. It was a positive thing. And now he's just like, what can I say that people will believe? And I'm sure he does like Madden. I'm not even saying like he probably doesn't fire up Madden. It's not his game prep.
We used to play Madden all Saturday. Madden or cards. Because keep in mind, we flew out every Saturday at 1 o'clock. So wherever you flying, whether it's, we flew out at 1 o'clock. So sometimes we would get there at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, get to your hotel room at 4. You got until team meetings at 8 o'clock. So you got 4 or 5 hours just sitting in a hotel. So somebody would bring their Madden, always had cards for the plane flight and everything. But yeah.
Jukebox says you could laugh. Scientists have found out that gamers that are race car game heavy are superb drivers and less likely to be involved in accidents. I saw like some movie. They're doing a movie about that. I saw
that was a true story where they brought a bunch of kids and they did
they tried to
virtual racing, and then the winner of virtual racing actually got a spot in a car.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I mean,
I didn't see the movie, but I
don't think it's come out yet. I saw the
The
trailer.
show. The show. There was actually
a show about it.
Yeah. It was like any of the other reality shows. They did like a reality show.
Next thing that Cheetah's going to tell you is like, oh yeah, we're playing the Jaguars next week. And what I did was I actually went and I raced the Jaguar and I won. And now I'm game prepped.
Cheetah's faster than Jaguars.
Cheetah's faster than Jaguar. I outran him.
I watched Animal Planet this whole weekend to really get caught up on how the Jaguar reacts.
He does realize he's a dolphin, right?
Well,
also faster.
I wonder what is faster.
You can't say I'm the cheetah. I play for the Dolphins, but I'm faster than the Jaguar because the Dolphins play the Jaguars, not the cheetah.
Well, the cheetah is always out there, He's always embodying whatever
Okay.
the cheetah has to
Let's
embody.
get back to the crux of this. These guys need to play some football to get ready for football.
Or more Madden.
They've been playing a level of football, but that intensity is never matched until you play games.
2 series.
No,
Him and-
whatever. No, you play
Give me a couple
whatever.
series.
You play whatever needed.
Give me a couple
Right?
series, and then let me see which backup quarterback doesn't screw up as much.
I gotta tell you, that backup quarterback in Cleveland, DTR.
Yeah, they're kind of raving about him, huh? Like that's
Well, they let me tell you, I told you one thing that I realized after the first game. They have gone away from the little quarterback. All of them are built like Deshaun Watson. And this kid from DTR, was Thompson Robinson I think he went to UCLA. They were already saying, what happens in 4 or 5 weeks if Deshaun Watson is not? I'm like,
God,
what?
could you imagine if Deshaun Watson just falls off the face of the earth and
He's
it's
not
like,
going to.
I don't know.
He's not.
I don't know.
No chance.
He's not playing this week, right? Right?
I don't know.
I don't
But
think he
think
is.
about this. How old do you think Deshaun Watson is?
28?
28. All this crap that he's been caught up in with all the football that he's played and missed, he's still only 28 years old.
Understood, but like when does he like they were talking about this today on ESPN, like when can you ask him to get it back? And I'm like, look, I think he kind of had his soft opening last year. He better be elite this year.
That's why he had to play last year.
He better be elite this year.
He had to play, and regardless of where the Browns were, he had to play last year because this is all for this year. You did all of this for this year. So, I think he'll be fine. Like, you don't lose that name. Can you think of another quarterback that was just awesome and considered top 5, and then all of a sudden,
it's such an odd situation because you're like, it's kind of goes to the crux of our talk about preseason of getting ready for football. I don't know what it's like to be in the prime of your career and just say, and not with injury, you're not playing football for 2 years.
Right.
That's so weird.
It is.
It's like the only thing I could relate it to is like a boxer being away from the ring for 2 years. I don't really.
The last person, wasn't it Michael Vick?
Yeah. And I get, you wouldn't say Michael Vick ever became Michael Vick. He was good when he came back, but he wasn't Michael Vick.
Right.
He wasn't video game Michael Vick.
Right. But then Michael Vick would say himself that he was so athletic his first few years that he didn't put in the work, the preparation to play quarterback because he was the best athlete on the field. And then when he came back, some of that athleticism was gone because he was older and been away from the game. And he said Andy Reid tried to help him become a better quarterback.
Well, I'm glad we got onto quarterbacks because I heard some Tua slander this morning. Courtesy, I got tipped off by one of our tweeters.
Oh.
And our friends at WEI have a thing or two to say about a thing or two.
What?
And we'll hear from our old friends.
Wait. Hold up.
Yep.
Here's what I would say. If you're in a relationship, if you fans of a team, right? You can't talk about somebody else's unless yours is better than theirs.
One would think.
Right?
One would think,
Leroy. Then all that attention gonna go back on you, and you got Mac Jones.
Well, we'll hear what they had to say. Those dummies up there, our begrudged sister station. And we'll tell you that. Hour 2 coming up next. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Our Tua the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Rolling along here on a Friday, Vice Shirt Friday. Marcos looks like abstract.
Art Basel.
Oh, Basil. You look like Jeffrey Lurie would want to take you home and celebrate home runs with you.
Okay. All right. Leroy, anything before we get to
I got no add-ons.
how different is my shirt than Leroy's shirt?
Bro, you look like Red Grooms.
Because you got too many. I only got like 2 or 3 colors. You touched them all.
Yeah.
And the orange and teal is very Florida.
Yep. So you guys are haters, is what you're saying.
No.
I'm a little jealous of it. Where'd you get that shirt?
Oh, you know, this is top of the line. I went to Austinburg for this one.
Ah, nice.
I got this actually from Sheen. Shine.
Sheen.
Shine?
Yes.
Shein? Yeah.
My daughter gets a ton of stuff from there.
Oh, yeah. It's a good stuff.
Shein. Now,
Correct.
here's the problem. You may never get it because
Oh,
it's coming from somewhere on the other side of the world.
Yeah, this is a 9X also. I had to make sure.
Yeah,
that
and the sizes are never accurate. So
It's a gamble.
it's a crapshoot.
Yep.
It's a crapshoot. For sure.
I would just like one clothing question.
Mhm.
Why, with so many big humans on this earth, in general,
Yep.
do we insist on selling skinny jeans and slim fit? There's only 1% of people can wear that crap.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not yeah, I don't know if you know this about me. Not a fashion guy.
Yeah.
I mean, but you got to wear clothes.
I know. And I've never
And
worn
all
skinny.
these companies that all these companies, if you go in and see something, you can't buy it. And now they make you have to try stuff on.
Smith and Chess, you look like an El Dorado showroom for 1980.
Point for Twitcher.
Get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. I could fit your furniture back here, baby.
El Dorado is a marvel. When you go to El Dorado, it's like you're brought into like furniture Narnia.
I mean, I went
but
to
it's all just like coral and gold.
by my house. It's right off of like in between Commercial and I want to say Oakland Park. They have a city furniture, and this place looks like a city. Oh my goodness.
Marlins back in action tonight, taking on the Dodgers at 10:10. The Pinks, they're on the pitch tomorrow in the League Cup Championship. They take on Nashville at 9:00. Miami Heat schedule was released, Leroy, and they open up their season hosting the Pistons.
Oh, not the Orlando Magic?
Not the Orlando Magic, dude. Not the Orlando Magic. That is not who they are.
Pistons are up and comers.
Up and comers. You got Cade Cunningham. So yeah, you got them coming on. And didn't they pay Dwayne Casey like $90 million to coach their team?
Yep.
When is the first Magic game? Not till December 20th. How about that? It's a
Wow.
while till they play the Magic.
Ooh.
Yeah, they the Heat start off hosting Detroit, and then 3 out of 4 on the road: Boston, Minnesota, and Milwaukee. So
Nice. Those are three tough
first
games.
4. Tough first 4.
Jesus.
And the Heat did get more national TV games.
All right.
Know, they are. I think they from the big. I don't know if you want to count. You count NBA TV. I don't count NBA TV.
No
way.
So they're up from 11 last year on the big 3: ESPN, ABC, TNT. They're up from 11 to 16 this year.
Who has the most? Lakers,
The
Boston,
Warriors at 40. I think the Warriors had I don't know what their big 3 number was, but they had the Warriors had the most that I saw. The Lakers had the second most.
But now, will I say this? Like, it's easier because of how the West Coast is set up. It's easier for those guys to get more primetime games or more national games because they're always on the late time slot.
I guess the Heat. I know for the
because
Heat,
when you're talking about 10 o'clock starts, like, you're limited based on what team is out west playing, right? So that makes the field that much smaller.
maybe. But either way, the Heat, they got more than last year. Little ups, a lot of rematches. We'll get more into it a little bit later on, and we'll hear from some interesting comments from Erik Spoelstra coming on up. Meanwhile, I want to get to this. So WEEI in Boston, they're our Odyssey station up there. So the jumping off point of this was our friend John Anik, voice of the UFC, friend of the show. We love John Anik.
Yep.
So they're up. UFC's in Boston. So I guess he was. I don't know if he was visiting the studio, doing a little PR. But John Anik is from Boston. He is a rabid Boston sports fan, and apparently hates Mac Jones. Hates him. Here is John Anik. Do you have this, Marcos? This was John Anik that set off the conversation today on WEEI.
All right, we're going to conclude with the most famous Rivers alum, John Anik, and he is never going to be allowed on Mac Island.
When you look at the 32 quarterbacks in the NFL, the guy's 27 or 28 at best. And I have a list in my pocket. If you don't think he's one of the top
he came prepared, this guy.
Bottom feeders in terms of NFL quarterbacks, I have a list in my pocket that will suggest otherwise. When you enter a season with one of the 5 worst quarterbacks in the NFL, what exactly are your expectations? Are you trying to win a championship? Because Bob Kraft every year usually would go in trying to win a world title. And I'm not sure with this QB that you can do that.
Damn. The John Anik, he's bringing that truth stick. He hates Mac Jones.
I would have said pull out your list.
I believe it. No, I believe that man has a list.
Yeah.
I bet you when on the plane ride, when he is done prepping for the card this weekend, and you can hear him, of course, calling Sean O'Malley go up against Aljamain Sterling. That fight is official, by the way. They both made weight this morning.
Ooh,
135 pounds. I know Leroy's excited.
Shenanigans?
I would have to cut off all my limbs to make 135.
The shenanigans weigh-in is later today, Marcos. Okay. But John Anik, yeah, he's a madman when it comes to preparing. I bet you he does have a list. He goes, have him above Will Levis? I think not.
Good luck, Mac.
So this spawned a debate on the Greg Hill show. We have played them many a time on this program and listened in and love to drink their tears. But somebody tipped me off and said, dude, they're still taking Mac Jones over Tua. And I'm like, that's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. And sure enough, tune in, and this is what they had to say.
He's not one of the 5 worst quarterbacks in the NFL.
No. But he's
right.
probably close in the AFC. There's what? How many teams in the AFC? 32 to 16 teams in the AFC. He would probably be 14th, 15th when you look at the starters. Is he the worst in the AFC East?
Is he the worst in the division?
Yes, just based on,
Based on what?
Based on the quarterbacks. Rodgers.
His rookie year, he wasn't.
Rodgers.
Okay.
If you had to pick Rodgers, Allen, Tua, would you take Mac over any of those guys?
I'd take Mac over Tua.
I would take Mac over Tua also, yes.
All right, so then he elevates one spot.
What? So wait. So hold on. So here's what they're saying.
Oh, man.
Listen, they have accepted the fact
Wow.
that Mac Jones is 14th
Right.
in the AFC. And then make him 3rd in the AFC East. So you saying Tua's 15th or 16th?
Incredible. I mean, it's incredible. Incredible.
I mean, look,
Hey, man.
I get the intangible love, but damn, he has not been good.
He stunk.
The numbers speak for themselves. So what the hell are they smoking that would say, based on just numbers, based on absolutely numbers, not how you feel, not what you think, based on the numbers, the facts, the evidence.
How fast
They're telling me they would take Mac Jones over Tua based on what happened last year.
if the aliens came down here, took over Chris Greer's brain and forced him to get on the phone with Bill Belichick and offer to trade Tua for Mac Jones, how fast is Bill Belichick making that trade?
And about 5 seconds longer than Greer getting fired.
What?
So it'd be like, trade complete, Greer, you're fired.
I don't know, Wiggy. I think I'd take. I wouldn't take Tua over him. I love Mac. We got Mac Island. I mean, how lame is that island? Mac Island.
I mean,
You're all wearing.
I get mad at you for this.
Why?
Because you try to. Sometimes your opinion is based on feelings and not facts.
That's not fair. No, I'm a facts man.
You know, dude, stop it.
No,
Stop
dude.
it.
They call me the facts man. I don't even use email. I still use fax.
Can I give you a case in point?
Very inconvenient.
Can I give you a case in point?
Sure.
Now, I'm going to say this first, so don't chime in.
Okay.
A team that had to win the second play-in game to get into the playoffs, you picked to go to the finals.
That's right.
Okay. Now,
I was right.
-1.
For what?
Based on nothing other than your love for the Heat. There was nothing factual that you could go to support what you were saying. And it worked out.
Actually, that's not fair because my entire argument was Jim VP, which was the soundest argument ever. He turned into the greatest player on earth. I literally couldn't be any more right about it. You just think I stumbled upon it like it was the lottery, and it's not fair. Why don't I get credit?
I said before we started 2 things. Don't chime in with your silliness. And I said you were right. I started off by saying that to avoid this conversation right here. But I will say this. You were basing it on feelings and not facts. You're basing that off of your love for the Heat, not based on what the Heat had done in the previous 3 months.
Somebody put up that 56-point game on Twitter the other day, and my God, still one of the best games I've ever been to.
Yes.
Goosies galore.
But you understand what I'm saying. That's okay. I gave you were right. You were right.
Thank you.
Okay? But the fact of the matter is that they're doing the same thing with Mac Jones. They don't have any statistics or facts to support what they're saying. Nothing. Just that's the same reason why other people choose not to put Tua higher up on the list. Because if it were any other guy, if Mac Jones led the amount of statistical categories that Tua led, he'd be top 5.
But even the most ardent Tua hater, except for Chris Sims, who actually did put Mac Jones above Tua on his stupid list, but he doesn't count. Every other person,
make them for mentioning his name.
Sorry, you're right. I'll take that.
-1.
Even the most neutral NFL guy Who the hell is putting Mac Jones above Tua right now?
Right. Nobody. But that's
Who
what I'm
the
saying.
hell is doing that?
Feelings, not facts. They're basing their on feelings. In fact, one of them had the audacity to talk about what Mac Jones did his rookie year, which still was garbage.
It was fine. It wasn't garbage. Last year was garbage, and last year he's fighting people. But his like their best win his rookie year. He had three passing attempts.
Right.
So, crazy, man.
See, I don't even hold that against him because
I don't hold it against.
I know Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, that could have been Tom Brady.
Look, I don't think the Patriots are going to suck this year simply because that mastermind will get them to 7 wins somehow, some way. Like because he has Mac Jones, I would put him in the category of Mike Tomlin, who never has a losing record.
Right.
But unfortunately, he has Mac Jones. So why would I do that?
Right. Exactly. But for them to say what they're saying, even after one of the biggest Boston fans in the history of fandom has come out with a list and said there's no way.
I'm getting Anik on next week. We'll talk the fight, but I simply want to talk about his list. We're getting him on next week.
Yes.
We're cool. I'm texting him as soon as he gets back to Florida because he is now Anik. Of course, he doesn't want to live in that hellhole, so he lives down here. And we got to get John Anik on to talk about this list. Simply, and I want to know where 2 is on this list.
Right.
Yeah, now I'm interested in that.
You better have him top 10, John Anik.
Oh gosh, please, Anik.
I mean,
don't
here's the only thing that bothers me about all these lists. How can you lead the league in 6 or 7 categories and be considered middle of the pack? Right? That like the facts for me speak for themselves. And people have just blown right by that.
Sychronos says that all they eat on Mac Jones Island is saltines. Oh, yeah, dude. Saltines. And everybody's wearing a sun shirt. Everybody's got a long sleeve sun shirt on Mac Island.
Oh, because they don't want to get burnt up?
Of course.
Sunscreen, SPF 7000.
You got one of those hats that like has the tail on
He's
the
got
end.
he's got the extra white cream on his nose.
Oh, the tail on the end.
That the babies wear. It has like the little brim, but it's got like the back.
The mullet.
The
mullet hat. The mullet hat. Yeah. To protect the neck.
Oh man. Take a quick break. Back after this.
Previously on
Design something, bro.
Welcome back, you rascals. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we will tickle Leroy's fancy. Also, we got to give away some tickets to Smashing Pumpkins. That's coming up as well. So stay tuned as more silly sauce is on your way. But Leroy, can we get a weather update from the Demesden and Dover Law Firm? You're actually
I'm glad you asked.
Free consultations 24/7. Call up at 866-954-MORE.
Let me tell you, it's gloomy out there. Mostly cloudy, gray, on and off rain. Wind is probably 5 to 10 miles an hour. I can't tell which direction because it's very cloudy. But I'm guessing this time of day is probably out of the east.
Ominous.
And it's got to be about, I'm going to say it's not even 90 degrees yet. Close to 90.
Yeah, how do you do, Marcos?
It is 89 degrees, so that's as close to 90 as it gets. He said winds out of the east. They are east-southeast, 10 miles per hour. And we have partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms today.
All right.
There you go.
He's a golfer.
You don't need to wait. You don't need to wait for the little 5-seconder on TV. I got you.
He's got you, dude. Let's get to a training camp update, which is brought to you by Miami-Dade County Public Schools technical colleges. Enroll today in one of their over 60 Miami-Dade County Public School technical colleges affordable training programs and get fast-tracked to a financially rewarding career in 1 to 2 years, conveniently having day and evening classes that gives you the flexibility you need while you learn. Go to careerinayear.com and get there. Yesterday, here's my training camp update. I went to a different training camp. I went to Junior Dos Santos' training camp, former UFC heavyweight champion. He is fighting in mixed martial arts, bare knuckle, coming up on Jorge Masvidal's promotion.
Wait. Basically, that's a street fight promotion.
That's right.
Bare knuckles and MMA.
Yeah. 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 Yep. Masvidal was explaining to me too yesterday. I was talking to him about, he's like, oh man, let me tell you something. You get into submission and then bare knuckle MMA, you are toast.
Why? They're gonna break it? They're gonna actually break
there's
it?
there's just no he's like, you're sweating and you can't get out the grips with the hands. Like it's impossible. I was like, huh.
I was like, oh my God, they're gonna break people's arms.
Dude,
it'll probably be hard to get a grip though, right? Everybody's sweating?
Maybe. I guess it probably depends if you get the guys. He was saying if a guy has your back, he's like, you're screwed. You're screwed. Like,
is that officially the toughest league? Is that it? Because we've seen bare knuckle boxing, we've seen the slap leagues, we've seen normal MMA, bare knuckle MMA.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I tell you one thing though, this Junior Santos, big. 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 Even Masvidal, like, Jesus.
Masvidal definitely was taken back by that last game.
Dude, I was like, he's getting a little close there, Junior.
Oh,
I gotta tell you, if he misses, it's night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
his guy, I mean, he's got to go. He's got to go through craziness, but yeah, you can kick in this too. It was a wild thing to see. But anyway, Dolphins tie to it. So I get there yesterday. Leroy, you want to know who was there?
Who?
Randomly, the Pouncey brothers.
Whoa!
I was like, what the hell are the Pouncey brothers?
They're skinny, aren't they?
Dude, they're so skinny now. It was a wild thing. They're skinny, but apparently, you know how they're doing. I think it's a brewery, but I guess they're doing all types of alcohol now. Mm-hmm. So Marquise was saying, oh, their tequila company is the main sponsor for this. So they were invited to go watch Junior Dos Santos kind of in action. But I will say this, Mike Pouncey says the Dolphins built for the Super Bowl. I like it.
All right. Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take that too.
I would agree. I would agree like a lot. I don't what I can't figure out, and it always makes me feel like I'm missing something. But why is everybody so much higher on other teams? Like, we just conclude that, the Ravens are going to bounce back. We just accept the fact that the Jets are going to be so much better with Aaron Rodgers. But keep in mind, the only playoff team they beat last year were the Dolphins.
What should I be more nervous for? Like, should I be more nervous about Tua and having a fluke hand injury, or should I be worried about spaghetti ligaments old Joe Burrow?
I would say that if you look at the teams as a whole, okay, I would say that I think the Bills are going to have a big letdown this year because I don't like the way Josh Allen's talking. That being said, if you base it off of the last couple of years, they're on top as far as anybody projecting what they do this year.
I think that's fair.
But to put the Jets or the New England Patriots above the Dolphins based on those same 2 years is ridiculous. There's nothing that you've seen that would indicate that any of those other two teams are ready to take that next step like the Dolphins have in the last 2 years.
Not gonna lie, when I got there, Marcos, and I wanted to talk to him, I had to kind of do my research on which one was which.
Yeah, that's right. Do they have identical tattoos too? That's always the worst.
They were close enough that I wasn't willing to risk it, dude. And I was like, well, who's going with the more shaved head look? It was Mike.
Okay.
And I thought Marquise would have been a shaved head guy. No. And by the way, they also have skull tattoos. Very intimidating.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. That is.
I think it's hilarious that they were here mauling people on the field, and now they're just nice business guys. But they still have the craziest tattoos all over their head. Yep. Would be like Birdman. Want to be like, hey, I have a polo on. Can I sell you guys some tequila? Can I get stocked up in your bar?
If you see their picture on the actual website there with Tropical Distillers, you see zero tattoos and the hair is grown in a little, so they look like businessmen. They got ties on. And
if you didn't know who Mike Pouncey was, you might have thought he was a bare knuckle fighter. Like, in all honesty, like that's probably that's that. But I was like, oh man, I don't know which ones. Thankfully, I waited it out. I saw him call his brother Keys, so I was like, oh, good, got him down, got it down. Know which one's which.
Research.
That's boots on the ground, dude. That's boots on the.
They're slim, dude.
They're very slim.
This is impressive.
Very slim. And young too. They're only 34. I was like, whoa. Either way,
feel like they wouldn't.
I don't think either one of them played 10 years.
I don't think so, dude.
No.
I mean, Mike had a lot of injuries. Mike was Teron Armstead. Like Mike is like, they would like not have him practice. Really good when he played. Really good. But yeah, it was they both finished up quick. But really good players. I mean, they were made for it. All right. It's that time of day on a Friday. We tickle Leroy's fancy next.
Yeah.
WQAM. You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo. I'm so fancy.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, on a Friday to tickle Leroy's fancy.
My fancy is tickled.
Go and over the weekend slate, see what Leroy is intrigued by. But first, I want to let you guys know before the end of today's show, we have one more pair. We still have a pair, Marcos? Of Smashing Pumpkin tickets?
We do indeed.
One more pair. Show's tomorrow. All right. So don't call in. Don't be like that guy, Gary, who calls in and is like, I didn't even want to go, or I didn't even know what the thing was. No, you have to go tomorrow if you want to go see the Smashing Pumpkins at the I Think Financial Amphitheater with their The World is a Vampire tour. And we got your chance. We got a pair of tickets. One more pair of tickets to send you there if you don't have weekend plans. Or maybe you're already going. You want to give two more buddies a shot. Maybe you guys are in the, I don't know. But if you guys want to win, listen on in, and we will give you that chance to win a pair of tickets to Smashing Pumpkins. It's a Live Nation show. Leroy is back. Are you ready, Leroy?
I'm always ready
to tickle your fancy.
Who doesn't like they fancy tickled?
Coming up first, Leroy, tonight, the Miami Marlins back in action. They start a West Coast trip. It's a late one. It's a late one for you. They are taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Sandman on the hill tonight. Tickle your fancy?
As much as you tried to get me with Sandman, 10 o'clock. No bueno.
Too late?
Too late. You know how many fights I paid for around the world? The main card started at 10. So, yeah.
What's going on right now, Leroy? And I imagine maybe when you get off the air today, but what about the BMW Championship? Tickle your fancy?
Yeah, it's a baseball playoff. I mean, golf playoff. So they usually have 4 events. They usually have 4 events. It went top 100, top 70, top 50, then 30 in the Tour Championship. They eliminated one. So now it's 70, 50, 30. So this is the second leg of that in the top 50. So it's really cool. Every time somebody makes a putt or misses a putt, they show where they are on the list. And so it's very volatile. So it's cool. I like it. Yep.
Chris Kirk currently leading 7 under. Mr. Fancy Intangibles himself, Wyndham Clark.
He's built like? You know who Chris Kirk is built like?
Nope.
AJ Puck.
Oh, lanky.
Yes.
Well, thankfully he doesn't have to pitch this.
He said, can you serve up a meatball in golf?
I don't know. AJ Puck would find a way. Leroy, coming up tomorrow, 4 o'clock. The Miami Dolphins have their second preseason game. Does it tickle your fancy?
Yes.
My fancy is tickled.
I'm ready to see. And here's the only thing as a fan, right? This is not even a person that talks about it. This is a fan of the Miami Dolphins and football, right? I want to see it all starting to come together. If you never see football, you're hoping it comes together. You're being told it's going to come together. You're being told they're in the right place. But it's something to be said about seeing some of these things and some of these changes and some of these improvements yourself, whether it's the offensive line, whether it's the defense with Fangio, whether it's, the wide receivers and the mesh between them and the quarterback, right? The fancy play calls, whether it's Mike McDaniel getting that long ass play call in time, all these things. I want to see it starting to come together. It don't have to be perfect, but you want to see some signs that, okay, headed in the right direction. So my fancy is tickled, but I do want to see some of these things take place.
Yeah.
My fancy is tickled.
Tomorrow, Leroy, 9 o'clock on the pitch in Nash Vegas. The Pinks take on Nashville for the League's Cup Championship.
Now,
Does that tickle your fancy?
but by any chance, does this make it to real TV?
No, it's on Apple TV, dude. That's where you find it. I mean, maybe it's on Univision.
That's 23.
I don't know.
Oh, that's Telemundo. I can watch it in Spanish now. I don't need to like
23.
You could watch it in Spanish, and then you can put Whittingham on the Odyssey app. You sync it
put
up.
it on my ear. That's right. That's right. There you go. Yes,
we beat
it
you,
is.
Apple. Nice try.
It is. It is. I am. My fancy is tickled by this because this guy has been nothing.
Fancy's tickled.
Messi has been nothing but electric since he's been here. We all have a whole new interest. We followed the Pinks, right? But not like this, right? I'm not going to sit here and act like
We are
all
on
of a
the
sudden,
we were on the Pinks peripherals. Now we are numero uno Pinks supporters.
correct. So, yeah, man, I want to see him win something. Although it would be kind of awkward for them to win the League Cup and not make it to the playoffs.
Jukebox is saying Telemundo is 51, so I guess
Okay,
51 is
51.
right. That's where you
Got
gotta
it.
look for tomorrow.
All right.
And then you fire up the Odyssey app. You listen to Whittingham.
Listen to Whittingham. That is correct.
So there you go. You got that. Now tomorrow, even later, Leroy, is UFC 292. Aljamain Sterling is defending his bantamweight championship against Sugar Sean O'Malley. The odds right now, O'Malley is plus 200, Sterling minus 265. Both are official. They have both made weight for the main event. Does it tickle your fancy?
Yes. Will I see it? Probably not. But I will say this.
Fancy is tickled.
The line has moved towards Sugar Sean.
Not surprised by that.
Because it was I'm sorry, Aljamain Sterling. Because it started off at 250 and now it's minus 265.
Oh, really?
Yes. So but I know why you said it. Intangibles.
Intangibles. Can you gamble in Boston? I don't even know what the rules are over there.
Can you gamble in Boston?
Yeah, can you gamble in Boston?
That's where they're all from.
I know. I just didn't know if it was legal in Massachusetts. We're still waiting on it.
You don't like.
Hey, where's my Hard Rock app? Fix it, dude. Fix it.
They already got the sports bar.
Yeah.
It's nice too.
Hey, government. Fix it, dude. I want to gamble.
Just government. Just government fix it.
Fix it, dude. Get the wits.
I don't understand how we can change the laws of the books that we can have in school, but we having a hard time getting this bass.
Yeah, we could outlaw books, but apparently we could also outlaw sports books.
All books.
All books.
Yep.
Not allowed.
And we should be reteaching black folks that slavery was good for them because it taught them life skills.
Learn to trade.
Really?
Like, I mean, just unbelievable.
I mean,
What a
that's
mess.
probably why we so fast from running away from the white man. Why don't you include that in the books? You say you helped. You helped Cheetah.
You helped not need film.
Yeah, not need film.
Crazy. Anyway, Leroy coming out this weekend. Blue Beetle. Tickle your fancy?
Ooh.
Hold on. This is a Marvel movie, isn't it?
I think it is.
Let me be clear. Everybody has a backstory to how they got their powers. Even Shazam. Right?
DC, by the way.
DC. It figures. But I am having a really hard time trying to figure out how somebody becomes Blue Beetle.
I mean, I just saw the preview and it looks like he gets attacked and you're a superhero now.
By beetles?
By the beetle. Yeah, like it's like a robot beetle.
Hold on. Anybody ever come across a beetle and say, "Oh crap, hide the kids. We don't want to get stung by that"?
It was like a fancy beetle. It wasn't like, he was walking along in the park and an insect attacked him. It was like a very like fancy artifact looking thing.
So
Boom! It's on his
Spider-Man
back.
came out. Spider-Man got bit by a spider, and so DC said, "Hey,
what about
a beetle?"
This is an ancient alien relic known as a scarab.
Okay,
interesting.
Thank you for that factual. I'm gonna say it doesn't tickle my fancy.
There you go. Okay.
Fancy,
And then what about Strays, a raunchy comedy where you have vulgar dogs voiced by Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx?
Is that finally coming out? They've been putting so much advertising behind
They
it.
have been putting a lot of advertising. My son wanted to see it. He goes, I want to see that. I'm like, it says specifically not for kids. I can't bring you to the raunchy dog movie.
All they see is cartoons.
All
Right?
they see is talking dog.
Talking dogs.
Hilarious.
Cartoons. Yeah, no.
Me neither.
It's like things that when it comes on HBO or Netflix, I'll watch it, but I ain't paying to go watch it.
I can't be doing it. And
There's only 2 movies when they come out I will pay for: Star Wars and Marvel.
Strays is 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. Blue Beetle 78%.
Wow.
94% audience score.
Wow. Okay. Still no.
We tried.
He tried to upcharge me. He tried to get me to king size it. What you doing?
Erik Spoelstra spoke to ESPN about the Heat's off season. We'll hear from the Heat head coach coming up next. It's a giant. It's a giant. Welcome back, everybody.
You know this got to be any picnic, party, family gathering, along with the cha-cha.
Welcome back, everybody. We're taking you up until 2 o'clock here on the program. We get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Marlins, they're back at it tonight. 10-10 first pitch, Sandman on the Hill. Check that on out. Dolphins, preseason action tomorrow at 4. We got game day uncensored coming your way at noon.
4-hour pregame, huh?
It's a lot of pregame, dude.
Preseason.
A lot of pregame.
At what point are you like, You got to set the segments up.
What?
You got to set the segments up.
What do you mean?
So, like, talk about the game, then go around the league, and then, you know what I mean?
Now you want me to do game prep? You want me to do game ops now? All of a sudden, you want me to change my ways?
No, I'm not saying that I'm saying it helps time.
Does it?
Yeah.
Debatable.
You can't just do it you can't do it like our show. You
Why
burn
not?
out.
Why not?
Because everybody's not like us.
I don't run out other days. You know? They try and do that on the MMA show. They're very structured. They're like, oh, we got to meet. I'm like, do we?
Yeah,
Willy-nilly, dude.
They go, man, the way you guys do the show, you must do a lot of prep. I went,
wow. Man. All right. Anyway, what else we got? The Pinks, they're back in action tomorrow. So we got that. By the way, did you see this? Did you see the Commanders? One of their players, Danny Johnson, their cornerback. You see, he got a shoulder injury from Mark Andrews, the Ravens tight end, slamming his ass.
Oh,
I guess that's why they don't want people fighting. They're not great.
Oh, from that fight?
Yeah. Yep. Crazy, dude.
And that's probably why they cancel the next day.
I think
Or
that
was
was the Jets. That was the Jets. Jets got a lot of drama going on. They did get Dalvin Cook, though.
See?
Well, I mean, you know,
See?
Who cares? Hard Knocks. I would have loved it.
You started this week off by praising the fact that there was no drama around the Dolphins.
I know.
And while being annoyed that the one thing that would cause drama, you wanted.
Well, there was no drama around the Dolphins. Then I nearly crapped my pants because Teron Armstead scared
But that's
me.
not drama. You know what we're talking about. When we talk about drama, we're not talking about normal things that happen during camp.
They almost lost they almost lost their most irreplaceable player other than Tua.
No, they didn't.
Dude, it felt like it, though.
Why? You didn't know what was wrong.
Tweets, dude.
Which is what I tried to tell you.
You can't lose Armstead. Almost the cheetah. Like, I think you can handle that better than losing Armstead.
Almost. And maybes. And damn near. Like, stop it.
Yeah, you're like,
Grow up, Peter Pan.
No, I'm not going to go.
Listen.
I won't say that.
Stop throwing magic beans into the dirt and hoping for a giant beanstalk. Why don't you just come to reality and let things play out and you get facts to support your feelings?
I didn't know what the facts were. I didn't know the facts were.
That's my point. Then you react to the actual facts.
You've never had anxiety of the unknown?
To some extent, but not like that.
Marcos, you weren't on the show yesterday. Did you have any realization or know what was going on with the Armstead thing while it was happening? Or were you basically maybe tadpole
the whole time, Tobin? Held my breath the whole time.
Were you scared?
I was scared.
It was nerve-wracking. Just carts, dude. No weight on his leg.
No weight on his leg, but he had time to stop.
Tobin was right. They need
his shoes.
I didn't know that, though. We don't all.
I told you then.
I know, but like sometimes I feel like you're a little bit of how do I put this? I just feel like you can be very dismissive at times. And
I wasn't being dismissive. I was trying to talk you off a cliff with no knowledge.
I was very nervous though.
You were getting ready to jump off a bridge and you didn't even know what was true and what wasn't. So I said, why don't you wait until you get some facts before you jump off the bridge?
This is we're live, baby. This is a high flying moment. I can't just be like.
So here's what you do. Teron Armstead was caught off the field. I don't know. Let's wait until we see the MRI because he was walking later on.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that, but like, wouldn't you rather be on the roller coaster?
I'd rather
of
be
angst?
responsible. We'll have plenty of topics to put our hot takes and make determinations of what's going on or whatever.
Imagine if we didn't have Teron Armstead, who broke his own news of weight on his leg and then tweeted that he's going to be ready for week 1. If we didn't have that, I'd have to wait till after McCochin's press conference, after the preseason game, to hear McCochin ramble on about it. And he's going to just say, like, they're like snowflakes because every situation's unique. And I'm like, that's not an answer. So I thank Teron Armstead for the clarity.
And me.
And you.
Here's how I handled the situation. Teron Armstead sends out a tweet. Hey, guys, I'll be fine. I'll be ready for week 1. I'm like, good. Catastrophe avoided.
All right. Great. But
you acted like the catastrophe was there without any knowledge of whether it was or wasn't. That's my point. That's it.
Cap says, if Armstead is gone, we are bleeped. I would agree. It's not great. I can't lose him.
I think there's an easy solution that you mentioned earlier, Tobin. When it's a serious injury, you come out with the siren and the lights, and it's something that you know that he's going to recover from. I want the card out, no lights, and I want this song playing in the background.
If it's the old days, I feel like that makes it sound serious.
Yes.
But we would have to stop the music for him to change his shoes. Do you understand?
I wonder if there was
nobody who was seriously injured has stopped the cart to change his shoes. Do you understand that, right?
I don't know what the scenario was, dude. Like, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. How hurt can he be if he stopped to change his shoes on the field?
Why did he have shoes? Why not Crocs?
Exactly. That's the point I made yesterday.
Doesn't make sense. Why not just have some slip-ons?
Marcos, you weren't here. I literally said, why would a guy have tennis shoes on the field unless he was planning an exit?
He thought that Leroy thinks that Teron Armstead took a dive.
The fix.
I'm not saying he took a dive.
Oh, I feel like you are implying he took a dive.
I'm not. Wait.
Roy.
I'm not saying he took a dive, but I am saying, right? How serious could the injury be if he had time to stop and change his shoes?
Did you ever take a dive?
No, with dive, I'm getting hit on every play. There's no diving.
I just mean, like, one practice, you just felt like back injury.
Oh, I remember. Hold on, I'm gonna tell
you.
So let me tell you. So
just hamming it up a little, just so you can get out of practice.
I'm gonna tell you. No, not out of practice, because I was always trying to prove that I need to be on the team.
Okay.
But
what about camp?
In the game, in preseason sucked for me because I was carrying the ball a lot. But Bill also had me playing gunner. He also had me run down on kickoffs. Because if you notice, on a Bill Belichick team, all the starters do all the special teams.
Huh.
So I was a gunner. And let me take a step back. The game was on Thursday. We didn't have to stay in a hotel on Wednesday because the coach for this game decided, and this was a thing back then, we're going to fly the morning of the game and fly to Indianapolis. So you fly early in the morning, you go to the hotel, you take a nap, then you go play the game and fly back, which for flight travel sucks because your ears are like, I couldn't hear for the whole day because my ears were clogged up. So now we move that Wednesday night, me and a couple of guys who I had been talked into believing I wasn't going to play that much. We had a couple, right? Then I realized when we got to meetings on Thursday morning that more was going to be required than my dumbass friends told me. So now I'm hydrating, trying to get my mind right, keeping in mind it's only preseason. So I get to like first beginning of the game. I'm running around, running on kickoff, special teams, carrying the ball, catching passes. Then about the second quarter, I had to be gunner again. And I was running down the field and I felt a little, little in my hammy. And
so the tank was empty very early.
Hey, but keep in mind, I was almost at halftime. And I was like, yo, I felt a tweak. I don't know. Like, I keep going out there, but I don't want to risk it.
So they let you sit?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
But I did have a tweak, but it was still like if it was game time, I would have just
You could have
walked it off.
pushed. You could have
Right.
pushed.
But I didn't want to risk, boop, because I had one of those. I still have a hole in my leg from it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The old egg toss.
Not that. No, I had a serious hammy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
No,
old
that was-
egg toss.
Let me tell you something. There is nothing that makes you feel like you are not an athlete anymore than pulling a muscle doing egg toss. I retired from all sports after that.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you ready for retribution? I think I'm gonna plan another field day.
Oh no.
No, we don't have enough workers to have a field day.
If you want to have a field day at the I Think Financial Amphitheater and see the Smashing Pumpkins tomorrow, and there are the World is a Vampire Tour, caller 3 right now to 305-567-0560. Caller 3 to 305-567-0560. Caller 3 will get a pair of tickets to Smashing Pumpkins tomorrow at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. It is a Live Nation show, but if you want to win, 305-567-0560. Caller 3 wins the tickets. Back after this. right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you guys up until 2 o'clock here on the show. Who won the tickets, Marcos? Who's going to Smashing Pumpkins?
Pierre out of Cutler Bay.
And why does your shirt look
That's
like
a long trip, isn't it?
Yes.
Color Bay to
must love the pumpkins, dude. Why does Marcos' shirt look like it has a smashed pumpkin on it?
All right. All right. Vice Chair Friday.
That was probably the most accurate one.
Yep. So right now, Heatland, we got the new schedule out. Very exciting. Heat playing on Christmas. 8 o'clock game on Christmas. Late night.
I gotta tell you, it's gonna be torn because it's football too.
What is the game that night? Let's see. Not all football is good football, Leroy. Let's see. Not that saying that it won't win the ratings. It will, but
Ravens Niners.
Well, that's a good game. That is a good game. That is a good game. 2-screen night. 2-screen night. That's a 2-screen night.
Or the Panthers play that day too.
They do?
Oh, that'd be crazy though, right?
I don't feel like they don't ever. No, usually I think actually NHL. I may be wrong about this. I think the NHL actually takes like a break for Christmas. I think they take like a week off.
Like a holiday.
I think they take a
That's
holiday.
why the season lasts for 7 months. And every series is 7 games.
I'm pretty sure. I think that hockey takes a little bit of time off. I think they take like 5. You get an actual break in hockey for Christmas. Anyway, the Heat will open up against the Pistons, but Erik Spoelstra right now currently with the World Cup team, Team USA, and he was on NBA Today yesterday, Leroy, and was asked by Windhorst about the Heat's off season. Would you like to hear what Erik Spoelstra had to say?
I always do.
Here's Spo.
You've had a couple of months since the end of the season. How do you feel the offseason's gone for the Heat so far?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just immersed here. You know, we had most of our work done. You know, we were bringing back the majority of our players, and that's a luxury. You know, in this league, things are so transient. Things are moving fast. It seems like it's moving faster now than even, 4, 5, 6 years ago. We feel great about our group. We made, some nice additions, we feel. Josh Richardson, getting another family member back into our program. Thomas Bryant, who we've been a big fan of his, and Jaquez, is our draft pick. We're excited. He's a guy that you can plug and play. Right now he's a little bit older and he has a great deal of experience. So adding those guys to a mix, bringing everybody back, and Tyler's healthy. Jimmy and Bam, that's a great core. So we're excited about it.
All right, thanks, Bo, and back to you guys in Los Angeles.
Back to you. Thank you, Wendy. And, we're in Miami, though. And there you go. Erik Spoelstra. Very elusive right off the bat. Well, I'm just focused on here. Off season. I almost forgot about it, Windhorst. Nice try. Windhorst is trying to get us. He's trying to snitch. I know what he's trying to do.
He didn't ask to say nothing about Dane. He can't, though, right?
You can't do that to Spo. It would almost be insulting to ask Erik Spoelstra because you'd be treating him like a rookie. And you can't do that.
Marcos got it. Golden Knights and Panthers on the 23rd. Fins on the 24th. Heat on Christmas.
There you go. It's like the 12 days of Sportsmas. It's all there for us, baby. We got it all going on.
It's a good weekend.
Somebody says,
and by then the Canes will be home.
Hey,
you don't know that, dude. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
You think they're going to play in a bowl game later than Christmas?
Definitely. I think the Cheez-It Bowl's late. I was once with the De'Ara King on a lazy river with my son right before he had his injury.
Florida State ranked number 8, huh?
Can I just tell you?
How the hell did that happen?
How shocked I was to see those rankings, to see Michigan second.
Michigan's ranked second?
Yes.
I didn't even look what the rankings are. I didn't even care.
What the hell is going on here?
It's almost like you don't want to start that high, yeah?
No,
So you-
I don't.
Oh, yeah, that's target on your back.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
mean,
that.
well, it worked okay for Georgia.
That's true.
Oh, they had a secret recipe there.
Didn't
Go
mention
players.
two things I noticed. Spo, intentional or unintentional, he was on the spot. No mention of Lowry. No mention of Jovic.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
No mention of Tyler Hero returning from injury either.
He literally did say that.
No mention of Jovic.
You can't backtrack to say what I just said. You
No,
said so definitively.
Oh, no,
He actually said the words. We got Tyler coming back from injury.
No, he didn't.
Definitely did, dude.
Didn't mention Jovic though. I'm not sure if you
Didn't mention Jovic though. Why is that? Now, did you see? Kyle Lowry is working out at the Heat facility. He is there.
There's a whole bunch of players working out there. Even guys that don't play for the Heat. You get to go work out at the team city you live in.
No, only if you're a free agent.
Okay.
But he's under contract, year 3.
Yeah.
1 year left of the Kyle Lowry deal. Now, will he be here? I don't know. Year
I don't
18.
understand why. Can I ask you this?
Mhm.
As fans of a sport,
Yeah.
why, especially basketball,
Yeah.
why do we get so excited when we sign the guy?
Mhm.
And then the next excitement comes when he's only got 1 year left and he's tradable.
Like action, dude. Like moves. Like when stuff happens. That's what I like.
So to me, why should a player feel any different?
What do you mean?
Right? Why shouldn't he go about his business the same way?
Most of them do.
Okay. And
I mean, most of them do
the only-
these days.
The only person you fault is LeBron?
I mean, like you act like I just fault him because he left. It's the way he left. I don't know why we got to
Who
keep going
cares?
down this
Who
road.
cares? Listen,
I do.
can
I
just
do.
say this?
I mean, what? Well,
Can I just say this?
Can I just say this? Let me say this. Let me just say this before you
Who
go on your
cares?
night.
Why he
You're going to
left?
say the same thing you've said 100 times. We've done this show for 8 years. Can I say this?
Go ahead.
Why do you think you're going to change my mind? I was at a table full of people. They all agreed with me.
Your family doesn't count, jackass.
I'm talking about. No. We were with a family full of strangers that were your friends, and they all agreed with me.
Those
Now,
guys
maybe-
don't count.
It doesn't matter, dude. They agreed.
Like,
We brought the story at hand.
More doctors and a money manager?
Yeah.
It's a perfect judge.
Money managing, huh?
I don't know. Like
That guy does illegal stuff.
I told all of them, hey, y'all don't touch no hearts or no bones for about a week till you get off
Take
of
it
it.
easy. Yeah. Cleanse yourself.
Yep.
Cleanse yourself. Also, did you see yesterday? I don't know if you know this new album at the top of the charts. Don Dalla is on the top of the charts. You would know this if you were following Bam Adebayo, who decided to post on Twitter yesterday, "Hey everybody, come get Don Dalla." Now, why would Bam do that?
Why would they do?
Why would Bam decide? You know, he doesn't post on social media very much, but he's there for his friend and maybe a future teammate.
Well, not just that, he also put the eyes looking
Put
to the side.
The googly eyes, if a great observation.
Why would
by
they do?
one?
Why would he do
murderer.
that?
Why would he do that? Why would he put eyes? And then
You could at least say, "Wow, amazing album," with
Yeah.
a heart or something.
you would
But
put
eyes
Yeah, you would put fire emoji if anything,
or a fire, exactly.
because it's eyes emoji. This is why she's the best in the business, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Thank you.
Boots on the gram.
Thank you. I know.
Boots on the gram. Why you look like that, Leroy? Because JFig also has observations of boots on the gram. What?
He could have put an ear
I
and a
lost
fire
her.
sign.
I've lost her. I tried to hold on for as long as I could.
You didn't lose her, dude.
I am right here. You will never lose me.
She's gone. She's off.
Haseo
She's on the side of the silly.
makes a good point when he goes, you can't even listen with your eyes.
Return of the Sith.
That's true.
Return of the silly. Got her.
And then, of course, Dame Dalla reposts it. You know,
of course.
So now you got it. They're laughing. They're laughing at Joe Cronin there with their emojis.
Now, what's so funny?
What is funny?
What is funny? I didn't see the joke. I didn't
Knock
understand.
knock. And is that how you say boy now?
Bois.
I guess.
Blah. Yeah, that's how you say it. Dude, catch up, dude. I
Yeah.
thought you were an artist.
Really? First of all, don't ever say that. I'm telling you right now.
why
Don't ever
can't I
say that.
Why can't I say that?
I'm gonna say you like this. You are too much of an intangible to be using that
That's
type
not
of
fair,
language.
dude.
Yes,
Only
it is.
Dude, that's not fair.
No,
I got
no,
point one.
no.
Can you do that again?
Hey, the only thing.
How do you pronounce it?
How do
Maybe
you pronounce-
Post Malone.
Maybe. How do you pronounce it?
That JFig, you say, "What's up with your boy?"
Oh, that's pretty good.
Hey, stop it! Stop it,
What is this current squeeze?
dude. Stop.
What
Because
is up with
you
you?
right now? You can't be any whiter.
Noah.
You have touched the intangible. Like you are so intangibles right now. Stop it. You making it worse.
All right, I'll stop it. But
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Just
I
because
appreciate that.
just because you're my boy.
How do you say it, Leroy?
Hell if I know.
That is.
I ain't
So
gonna
how do
buy
you
it.
say it, Marcos? I want to know. I don't know.
I think you say the letters. What's up with your BWA?
Take a break. We're back after this. The Australian Bee Gees. Eli Apple a day. Leroy's getting it in the books. I haven't really seen much of him, huh? Don't feel like anybody's mentioned him or any of that stuff.
That's
Trying
good.
to,
Though. I'll take
trying to protect him.
I do think I saw our boy Noah get roasted toasted yesterday, though.
Oh, back at it again.
Back to his old tricks.
That's
I'm not worried about it.
Is this his third year?
Fourth, dude.
Fourth year, and he's 23.
Uh-huh.
That's young, man.
Yeah, we know. And he won a game last year. And he won a game, so don't forget about that. Meanwhile,
so his highlight reel is 2 seconds.
I mean, it's been a lot of games sitting out. But Fangs is fixing him, dude. Fangs up.
If anybody can fix him, it's Fangs.
If anybody can. But listen, it's been, not the smoothest week with the Armstead scare. It was a tough few hours for me, dude. It was a tough few hours for me. Yeah, Wilkins, he's holding in.
That's funny.
Chris, you want to do these drills? Nah. I'd rather be counting my money.
But my dear, I like the way he was very creative in how he did it. First, he balled.
Yeah, he gave you a little taste.
He gave you a little taste. He balled out for like that first week, and then he shut it down.
It was like, let me go wreck shop and then make my point. And I'll see you guys in week 1. Bye. No team drills for you unless I get a new deal. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. Should happen. Mike McDaniel says they are negotiating.
I mean, you didn't spend money on Dalvin Cook. What are you doing with the money? You didn't re-sign Sealer.
Wait. Hold on. First of all, the amount of money they would have paid Dalvin Cook, Christian Wilkins already makes. Probably 3 times that.
Well, not yet.
No. What does he make? 12? What he makes 12, 15 million this year?
I don't think so. I think he would make that because I think it's what is it? He would make. I think he makes like 10. Not 15. Don't look at me like that. It's a big difference. You look at me like oh, I said 11.
So he's going into the last year of his deal?
Yeah.
Why? I thought he made more than that.
Because you're thinking like every defensive tackle makes a ton of money. And he wasn't like a top 3 pick. He was like 13.
Okay, I got you.
Because like Omar was explaining this. Like if he gets franchised, it'll be 22 million, something like that, right? So Wilkins is thinking to himself, like, oh, I got to get more than at least 16 a year because that's 16-year guaranteed over the next 2 years.
Right.
So I don't know where they're at with it, but we'll see. We'll see. One guy who's not happy with his team and contract is James Harden. Hot bum.
Still with him?
He had
why you treating him like I can't quit you?
It's just hilarious. I'm loving because yesterday I'm watching this interview that he did with a local station in Houston.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle
like
of nowhere.
Where nowhere near basketball.
James, what are you doing? I don't know. Can I interview you for a second? And here was James Harden on his situation from KHOU.
Do you have an open line of communication with the 76ers, and how much patience do you need to have to let this play out?
I'm been patient all summer, so for me it's just focus on what I can control, and that's working out, staying in shape, and getting ready for a good season.
Too late to repair the relationship?
I think so.
Damage is done, my friend.
I mean,
damage is done, my friend.
I'm pretty sure
you can't call somebody a liar, then repeat it, and then say, I think we can make good.
I'm pretty sure that was an open line of communication. I mean, I'm pretty sure Daryl Morey got the message. I think it got to him. It's not like sending a raven in Game of Thrones. I think that he got the message. I think he got it loud and clear. I don't think, but by the way, look, Daryl Morey's highfalutin. I don't know if he cares. We'll see.
It would be pretty amazing. Could you imagine J Fig in Game of Thrones? Nobody ever get a message.
Never. J Fig would be like sitting in the who were those the wildlings? She'd like be like, another crow. take it out.
I've never seen that show, but
You've never seen Game of Thrones? Kind of surprised by that. You know, I feel like the Goths love Game of Thrones.
well,
Grow up, Peter Pan.
Leroy didn't like it either. He wasn't about
why
it.
do I gotta grow up?
It's the best show ever.
First of all,
You haven't even seen it yourself.
Who, me?
Marcos.
Heard it was good.
I power watched it. I watched.
No, I know
all-
you did, but Marcos didn't.
No, I watched.
You have to take Leroy's television watching stats from the pandemic and throw them out the window. It's an era we'll never see again. We'll never see TV watching like that again.
Dude, I watched all the seasons of Game of Thrones in like 2 weeks.
How many are there?
8
hour-long
And-
episodes.
Oh yeah, I was killing it, and I was reporting back. Everybody's like, "We know," but something about it. I got to watch it continuous, and then the last season came.
Yep.
How many episodes are per season?
8, 9.
Hmm.
Listen, I was just hooked because I couldn't believe, like, wow.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick writes, J-Fig is a bum, but she's right here. Game of Thrones sucks.
Wow.
This is probably the second time that Schmeethen has
guy's
ever
lashing
agreed with
out.
me, and I love it.
Wow.
He even agrees negatively.
It's all good.
It's still a point, though. You know, at least it's some sort of agreement from Schmeethen.
And then Dade South says, if Harden sent a Raven, it'd be a stripper named Raven. That would be funny if he sent Daryl Morey a strippergram. Excuse me, something here for Daryl Morey. I can see Daryl Morey shielding his guys. No stats.
I've Googled sending mildly inconvenient things. Not like a strippergram. That would probably person I'm sending it to, they'd probably enjoy that. But like glitter bombs or like
Who he wanted to get back, Pauly Shore.
How do you send those?
Few people, Pete, David. No. Yeah, you go online, you can send someone a glitter bomb, and they open it up, and it just explodes, and it's just mildly inconvenient for
It is. It's annoying, like confetti all over the place.
I
Yeah,
can't stand glitter, so that is very inconvenient.
But also, you could mistake it for a strippergram because the glitter.
same thing. Yeah, same
There
thing.
you go.
Same
Gotta tell
season.
you. I mean, holy smokes. Are there any two people that are gonna have this is like a marriage? Like they were together for so long.
I know. It's a
I mean,
heartbreaking. It's a hard.
But
Don't play with a guy's money.
he did lie to him. You lied
You
to
know what
him.
it's
How,
like-
how can you say that's your boy?
You ever see like the stories of like, oh, they were great friends, but it was like the friend was a money manager and he screwed over your friend. Like that's what it's like. You know, you thought, oh, the guy I was closest to, Maury, it was you. You once said I was a better scorer than Michael Jordan, but I wouldn't overpay for you if you got too fat.
Which is crazy, by the way. I saw that quote. Like all these things are getting brought up again about how much of an apologist Maury was. A better scorer than Jordan, huh?
Yeah.
Great. Better than
Yeah.
Wade, better than Jordan. Sure.
He would look. He is
But when you can be a better scorer and not a better basketball player.
He was. Listen, he was a great scorer, and he also knew how to bend the rules to his favor. So much so that they had to change the rules. Now, you know, for Hakeem, they changed the rules. No more dunking. For Harden, they said, "Hey, you're flopping BS."
That wasn't for Hakeem, dude.
What?
That was for like Wilt Chamberlain.
Wasn't that for Hakeem? Who could?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
My bad. It was. Listen, the old no basketball facts from the time ago.
It was from like Wilt Chamberlain when they couldn't dunk.
It was from
You should-
1967 to 1976.
Who was it?
Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain and
I thought it was Hakeem in college.
no.
Hakeem
went to college in the 80s.
It was Kareem.
Oh, Kareem. I meant my bad.
Yeah,
Damn, I'm sorry. I meant Kareem. My bad.
Oh, okay. So
I meant
Hakeem
Kareem.
and
My
Kareem.
bad. My bad. It was a slip of the tongue. -1 for lying, and I apologize.
-1
I meant Kareem.
for lying.
The point stands. They changed the rules in a meaningful way
Yeah.
for Kareem.
Yes.
With Harden, it was like, hey, we're tired of watching this, and we're taking that trickery that you do away.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't do nothing about that sky hook though with Kareem. Holy smokes!
Yeah, he's
Is
like,
that
"Oh."
the most unstoppable thing in sports? The sky hook.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. Monster. Have you guys watched the Lakers show on HBO?
No.
It's very good.
Is it back
Is
in
it?
season 2?
It's back, and there's more of Pat Riley's got a much bigger focus this year.
Nice. I saw that they put Larry Bird like on the cover or something like that, so they'll probably be talking about the Celtics rivalry.
Well, the first one, the spoiler alert, but it happened, so you guys know. But the first scene of season 2 is them running out of the Boston Garden from one of the games on the White Bus Company, which they made a point to say that was actually the name of the bus company. Not surprising.
Wow.
Boston, huh?
Bill, I'm gotta tell you, I've never met an area that swears they're not racist while being racist the whole time. Right? Even as they're saying it. It's a crazy thing.
At least I know who couldn't dunk. They outlawed it from Kareem. So who's talking about who? I got the name right.
Oh, man.
Intangibles. Intangibles.
That's, you know what? You should have Whittingham yelled at when the next time they score a goal. Say, Messi scores and Whittingham goes,
I would love that.
Wait, I can't understand that they say it anyway, so why not make it interesting?
I don't remember who this was. That for Braxton Berrios? For Jaime Jaquez? I don't remember.
I think it was Jaime.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What?
He's not intangibles though. That dude got hops.
No,
I
that's
know.
That's why.
Well, you know who has sneaky hops? Max Strus.
Well, yeah. But why's it got to be sneaky?
Sneaky because he's a 3-point shooter and nobody probably thought he could dunk.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But okay.
You know, he's just one of those intangible ex-player type guys.
Yeah.
See?
Spo knows.
I mean, you ever seen Chris Quinn dunk?
No. Still got handles though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
I've seen him
when
dance.
you see perimeter guy, well, I tell you who maybe dunked twice in his whole life was Larry Bird. He only had to jump like a foot because if he tippy toe, he could touch the net.
We'll take a quick break. Final hour of the show coming on up.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Ooh, you see that intangible flying down the field?
WQA.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy, final hour on a Friday. You got Hockman and Crowder coming up after us today. If you missed any of today's show, you can watch it on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is the channel. So go subscribe there, or you're dead to me. Whoa. No, sorry. Also, our podcast on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. That's where we went and listened to WEEI be a bunch of dummies today, too. So you could go and see our entire catalog of radio stations, podcasts, get the Tobin and Leroy podcast, all available for you on demand. And again, you could also listen to WEEI be a bunch of dummies up there in Boston. I'd take Mac Jones over Tua. His head's not even right.
Ridiculous.
So
there's no way they actually believe that.
There's no way they believe that. No way.
No way.
No way, dude. Come on. They're going to get it together. We got Bill O'Brien. His chin looks like butt cheeks.
Is that what they're standing on?
Have you seen his chin?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
His chin looks like butt cheeks, dude.
Yes, but I don't think that's one of the things that they're saying is a why they're going to get it together this year.
Oh, you got another thing coming.
Butt cheek chin?
Anyway, get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck in a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Let me hear a little bit from Mike McDaniel on how much he expects to play in the preseason. Marcos, here is Mick Cochin.
I would expect to see him in the preseason. However, you know me. I'm a wild card, but I do think game reps are valuable, depending on where you're at in your journey for preseason, setting up the regular season. So I would expect him to play. How much and when will be determined after today for the preseason game, this next preseason game, and will probably be around the same time before Jacksonville as well.
I definitely look at Mike McDaniel and I think about that guy and I say, that guy's a wild card. He is a wild card. I wouldn't call him a loose cannon, but I'd say he's a wild card. I genuinely don't know what's ever going to come out of that man's mouth, except a lot. I know it'll be a lot. That's it.
Best bet right there.
That's my best bet, dude.
Some sort of word salad.
Just give me Tua. Give me
word salad.
Word salad. Give me Tua. Give him a little action to Azukama. I don't want Tyreek. Give him a couple series tomorrow. No Waddle. Hold him back till next week since he's banged up. And then, maybe get Chosen involved there. Something to give me a little razzle dazzle on top of it.
You basically sound like you won a whole damn game.
Couple series, dude. Couple series.
You ain't gonna get all that done in a couple of series.
Couple series, dude. Just a couple.
You're not gonna get all that done in a couple of series.
Little Braxton Berrios connection.
What part of you're not gonna get all that done in a couple of series?
I want us to establish the run. I
That's
want
the whole game, dude.
I want, and then just a couple series though. Just a couple series. I want to see who's gonna win the left guard battle. I got my eye on Isaiah Wynn. I'm tired of Eichenberg. We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. Couple series.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like all the things that you just asked for.
Yeah.
Is damn near a whole game. And you want them to do all that in a couple of series?
It's a couple series, dude. A couple series, maybe three. If you have a couple 3 and outs, maybe get them out there for a third. But I expect them to establish the run. So Devon A-Chain, he's coming back to Texas. Texas homecoming for Devon A-Chain. He's got to love that.
Didn't he go to Texas A&M?
Yeah,
which is nowhere near where they're playing.
Texas, dude. It's all Texas.
Dude, it's nowhere near where they're playing.
Is
they're
it
Houston?
I think it's a couple blocks away.
This might be 1,000 miles away.
A couple miles. He's from Missouri City, Texas.
Oh, that's where my cousins live.
Oh.
It's south of Houston.
So he is from there.
He's from like 30 minutes south of Houston.
There you go. Boom.
Maybe 45. Yep.
Away.
But he's like, huh?
Couple blocks away.
Couple blocks away.
So no, but he went to school at Texas A&M, dude.
I know he did. I know. Right. Track star.
Which is far.
Where's Texas A&M? That's in what?
College Station.
Well, like, what's the actual city called? It's
College
called
Station.
It's called College Station, Texas. That's not a real city. They made that up.
Marcos.
I just thought the train stops there at College
Marcos.
Station. I'm not even joking. Like, it's actually called.
It's called College Station, Texas.
Missouri City is not 15 minutes away from Houston. College Station is less than 100 miles from Houston, you idiot.
So that's like what is that? That's under 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yep. About an hour and a half.
So either way, it's a homecoming for Devon A-Chain. You know, he's got a show out. It's a homecoming for Jalen Waddle.
I tell you what.
Oh,
but he's not playing.
I'm going to one University of Miami game when they play Texas A&M.
Gil G says he lives there. Oh, good for you, Gil.
You live in where? Missouri City?
I guess so.
I got family that live there.
Maybe Gil's your family.
No.
Well, we don't know. He could just be using that picture as an alias, you know?
Can I just say this? There's nobody of my ilk that has the first name Gil.
Oh, you don't know.
There's
Yes, I
no Gilberts that are black.
Not called Gil.
Let's just go by Gil. Well, that may be fair.
Right. What the hell you like? I know what
I
I'm
don't.
saying.
Would you call Gilbert?
Would you
Burns?
call Gilbert Burns Gil?
Never.
And not get your ass kicked?
Never.
Even nice Gilbert Burns was like, oh, too much, guy.
Too much. I got to choke you out.
Right.
Okay.
But just
I searched famous.
I'm
Gil.
in the city next to Missouri City, Pearland.
Anyway, either way, Devon A-Chain homecoming game. He's going to show out.
All right.
Because I don't want Wild to show out, even though McDaniel said that he wants to show out. Because no, you're not allowed to, Jalen.
I
Sorry.
can't wait. I can't wait till Texas A&M comes here. Get to see my nephew.
Is he healthy?
I don't know. I talked to him before camp started. He says he was getting back into it because he'd been there the whole offseason working out. But I don't know. I haven't talked to him since camp started.
Great point by Top Shotta, Gilbert Arenas.
They don't call him Gil.
Too.
Yeah.
They call him Gil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. White Gil. I thought it was the only intangible name. Sorry. I apologize.
Did you guys hear Andre Iguodala yesterday? He was on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. I don't have the sound, but he was like fawning over the Heat, dude. Fawning over the Heat.
Trying to get a call?
I don't know.
You know, we call all these podcasts and stuff networking.
He was explaining that the Heat and the Warriors are like polar opposites in that Steve Kerr is a very much you show up, you play hard. I don't care. Do what you want. Players coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, take care of your business. Now, he said that the benefit of that is Steph Curry works his ass off, so it doesn't really matter. Everybody else does. But that the Heat is just like regimen. Everything is, you know, work out hard, work hard, do this, put you through strenuous workouts, put you in position to win. And he said that the Heat, when he's like, he had to tell young players in the Heat to enjoy it because the Heat's message is winning is enjoyment.
Right.
I was like, well, yeah, Pat
I
Riley's
agree with that.
winning misery. That's his barometer.
I would say I got so used to winning that I didn't appreciate it. And then when we lost in the championship game, I realized that I went a whole year only losing one game and didn't enjoy it because I always thought that I was looking for the next thing. Okay, you won that game, but this next win is going to be even more impressive. You won that game, or this next playoff game is going to be more important. Then you lose and you're like, I didn't even really enjoy it.
So you still do that today, though, Leroy. Someone gets
What?
injured, wait for the MRI. Someone gets a big signing, wait for the season. You don't ever enjoy it.
No, I'm just here. I'm just not real big on jumping to conclusions in sports when a lot of times people are trying to deceive you anyway, right?
I don't jump to conclusions either, dude. I'm with you.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily.
Dude, you are a double Dutch champion when it comes to conclusions. What are you talking about?
Look at the
I
camera
mean,
when
you're
you
the
say
only
that.
person. Somebody could see Dame in Florida passing through send a picture to you, and the next day you're like, Leroy. Right.
Has anybody seen him? Has anybody seen him? Has anybody seen him?
You are the epitome of jumping to conclusions.
I feel like
It's the only exercise you get is when you jump to conclusions.
I feel like I feel very reasonable in
No, you're not, dude. You're never reasonable. Hold on. I am not gonna let you sit here and say you react to things reasonably. You don't.
Like
you overdo it all the time.
I don't think that's fair.
I mean, sometimes the truth hurts, my friend.
I don't think you're telling the truth. I think
I
that
am telling the truth.
No.
Are you telling me you don't jump to?
Are you doing a
kinds
show
of-
bit right now? Are you like over embellishing to make me upset? Like, are you doing a show bit?
No.
I
Are you
don't-
serious?
I'm not a conclusion jumper, dude.
You thought we almost tipped a 40 for Teron Armstead yesterday.
I was very scared.
Like we had 40s out to tip a 40 because he was done. And I said, hey, why don't we wait until the test come back?
By the way, I mean, it wasn't as scary as Omar Kelly's tweet yesterday of mystery player that they were all kneeling around. Didn't know what team he was on. Didn't know what happened. Just as like, something serious happened. Players are kneeling around. All of them. I'm like, oh, what happened?
Dude.
I was so scared.
Oh, wait, let me tell you, anytime I got hurt and had to lay on the ground, I looked around and I'm like, good, they're not kneeling around me. That means I must be relatively okay.
They give you the smelling salts?
Dude, I don't understand how that ever worked.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember the video of Adam Gase doing it on the sidelines, just huffing a whole bucket of it?
That's like, you ain't tough, dude. Like, that's only for hitters. Okay, if you ain't hitting, you don't get the smelling salts. It's nothing but ammonia.
I've never.
You never?
Nah.
Oh, I got to get some.
No, what do you mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's the show bit. Everybody, everybody got to hit it.
What?
Hey,
no, hold on.
We got to be careful. We got to be careful with Tobin because he got a lot to inhale with.
Hold on. How much can I get smelling salts for on Amazon?
Oh
It's
no,
like
is that
$3.
available on Amazon?
$3.
No way.
It's nothing but ammonia, dude.
Smelling salts, $14.
For how many?
$14?
A whole canister.
Yeah.
They take layaway?
Smelling salts on me, Marcos.
Ah,
See you next week.
Oh no!
Hey, definitely.
Hold on.
But look, you guys, hold on. Let me see. You guys
This is
all
bottled insanity. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's got a rhino on it.
Oh no.
I see that.
I gotta tell you, you all have like my nose is flat.
Are you looking at our noses right now?
Yeah, to try to see what size I should get.
Hold on, let me shine mine up.
What are they in? Are
Ella!
they
What? I gotta make sure it looks good.
That's so gross.
You got it?
Dude really is. He is
Hey,
part
you want to
amphibian.
impress me? I want to see you not brush your eyebrows down with your tongue.
Oh, it's like,
Dude.
I'm an adult, everyone.
Take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed Moore
We're back. Tobin and Leroy. Take you up until 2 here on the show. Dolphins back at it tomorrow. Preseason game number 2. Game Day Uncensored comes your way at noon with our pregame coverage. Me, Alejandro Solana, and Omar Kelly will get you going 4 hours. By the way, also tomorrow, 7 to 9, Tapped Out. And we'll get you ready for UFC 292. So 6 hours of radio on a Saturday.
I love that.
You guys aren't sick of hearing me.
You do the post game too?
No, I'm doing Tapped Out too tomorrow.
Oh. So you just go home right before the game?
Yeah, I'm gonna hustle home, watch the game, and then I do Tapped Out. I do it here. I do in the garage.
I got you.
So there you go with that. You see that the news, Leroy? Shannon Sharp apparently very soon to officially joining First Take.
Ooh.
Nice. He's just doing that to stick it to Skip, right?
Goosies.
That's simply just a stick it to Skip Bayless move.
You think?
Yeah, because I don't feel like I don't know. I mean, like Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, like I don't know what that show's gonna be. I think it'll be okay, but I'm not like dying to watch it because I feel like part of the fun of Shannon versus Skip Bayless is I'm looking for Skip Bayless to get owned. Like that's the funny part of it.
But
He gets
the
dunked
problem
on.
is that situation to me, and I told you this, became toxic.
No, I get that, but I think that for this one,
we can go back and forth. We can go back and forth or whatever, but it's never like we don't have a problem with it, right? It became very personal. The back and forth became personal to where I always thought that this wouldn't last because it got to a point where Skip Bayless was not respecting Shannon Sharp.
Agreed. I think what they should do is they should have a segment just bashing Skip Bayless. I think that would be funny.
Kind of like he did with LeBron.
Pretty much. They should have one be like, has the game passed Skip Bayless?
They'd get me as a viewer every day.
Has the game passed Skip Bayless by? How does the departure of Shannon Sharp ruin Skip Bayless's legacy? We debate next on First Take.
I tell you what, though, if he thinks he was able to do what he want with Shannon Sharp, that ain't gonna happen with his next guy.
Oh, Richard Sherman.
Oh my God.
I think I'm not surprised though, because he is going to do whatever I think sells out for the best ratings. Because I don't think it genuinely bothers him to fight with somebody on television. I think it's only like when people, you got to still make him look like a clan. Oh, I get you.
It's one thing to fight.
Yeah, I get you.
We not fight all the time, but that ain't never been an issue whether we was boys or not.
I don't think we've actually ever had a legit fight.
No, because I guess it's not a real fight if the word idiot can be tossed around and everybody laughs. Right? Right.
When we were determining whether or not cold cuts were cooked, that got serious.
No, I'm telling you, I got one even worse. When we were in public, we walking through the airport and this dude couldn't figure out what time it was. And I was yelling at him in the airport. You have to be kidding me right now.
I was very confused. I was, Central Time threw me for a loop.
Why do we even have that?
I don't know.
How many people abide by that?
It's very annoying.
Because you don't understand it.
Think about this. New Orleans is a Central Time. Michigan is not. And Michigan is more west than New Orleans.
Doesn't make sense.
Wait, actually, now that you're mentioning that, Marcos,
okay.
about a week ago,
That's normal.
I asked.
Oh, do tell.
What did I ask? I wanted to go to a concert in Chicago, and he said, "Isn't that the West or something like that?"
She had said something that along the lines elicited a response of me saying, it's the West Coast. Usually everything's like that. To which we had a discussion of, is Chicago on the West Coast?
No.
The Midwest.
Exactly.
Why is it the
Midwest?
Midwest?
Do you know what a coast is, you idiot?
Look, there's nothing you can tell me.
When you say the phrase, West Coast.
Yeah,
When he
the
said
West Coast of
West
Lake
Coast, I just
Erie.
looked at him like, "Are you serious?"
West Coast of Lake Erie.
-1.
No way, dude. It's an honest mistake.
-1.
Why are they
Not
calling
an
it
honest
the West?
mistake.
Dude, they're
No.
1,000 miles from either big major body of water.
No.
Midwest.
And
East Coast is not Buffalo.
No, Hakeem Kareem is an honest mistake. You, my friend.
No.
There's nothing you can say to convince me otherwise. Also, West Virginia on the West Coast.
Oh my god. That was another thing he said last week.
That should be East Virginia.
Exactly. There's an East Virginia and a West Virginia. So if you guys want to be crazy about it, West Virginia, it's on the coast. It has West in its name. It's on the West Coast.
I just can't believe we found it necessary to find 2 Dakotas.
Right? 2 of them?
One would have been enough.
Like what? I think we just wanted 50 even states. We're like, all right, we'll split it up.
And we still haven't split up Florida yet. Pensacola, you're not a part of my state, dude.
They're in the central time zone.
Look at that.
Right.
Fugazi, dude.
Very
Fugazi.
weird.
As soon as you
What
make a
about
left,
Washington and Washington D.C.
Oh, also crazy. Washington on the West Coast.
Stun Steve says Marcos
Good
meant the
job.
Midwest. Leave Frog Boy alone.
Yeah, see, Midwest. That's what I meant.
No, he
Well,
didn't.
wait, why
it's
don't
very
they?
serious.
Wait. Question: why don't they have a Mid East?
Look at that. You're asking the right questions, Leroy.
Well, they do. It's just on another part of the world.
Oh God, they do. Jeez,
I mean, in our
-1.
Leroy.
that's
Yeah.
not a -1 for me.
No, it is.
I'm talking about this country. I'm not
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about the Middle East. Oh my goodness.
Gotta specify.
Should have
Idiot.
clarified. Should have clarified, dude.
See, look what the Midwest is doing to all of us.
Tearing us apart.
Tearing us apart, dude. West Virginia, though. West Coast.
I mean,
I can't
Hockman
believe.
was mortified.
I can't believe you, dude.
I said it with such confidence, too. Like, oh, yeah, West Coast time zone.
And
baby.
then he tried to back up his statement by
Oh,
asking
yeah.
Solana, and Solana was right on track with him.
Yeah, Solana agrees, and usually that's a sign of good things.
no, that's a sign of you're both wrong.
No, he doesn't get things wrong like that. He does his research.
Well,
I tell you what, Hockman was pissed.
Wait, can I just tell you this?
It was
I mean,
insulting.
you
You
ruined his
can't follow.
hometown.
You can't take the word of anybody
Mhm.
who tried to heat up a cake in the microwave.
Hmm.
Like you can't trust that.
You
You
ever put
can't trust that.
Put a little piece of pound cake in the microwave for 10 seconds.
Yeah, for like 15 seconds.
Delicious.
It doesn't have icing though.
It's fair.
He wanted to put a whole cake in there.
While I'm at it, Tampa, not South Florida.
Are you saying that just because of the
It's
University of South
not.
Florida?
Yeah, absolutely.
It
What the
is a
hell
weird one. I don't understand that. That's
So
that's a completely fair argument. I don't know out of all the things they could have described their college as.
Yeah, what?
South
Well,
Florida doesn't make
it's-
sense.
It's south of the University of Florida.
Wouldn't you
No.
have more if you made FIU the University of South Florida? I think the sports would get more respect.
I think so. I think you're
I
onto
mean-
something there.
You think if they were the University of South Florida, that Miami would have had a chance of beating them?
No, actually, I don't. I think that it would have. I think it would have been less embarrassing.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it would have been less embarrassing. Like
Remember that one crazy year where everybody up top was losing, and was it USF or
USF was number 2.
Number 2. Right.
UCF got. I think UCF got. Did UCF get to number 1? I think they
They
might have
won.
gotten to number 1 for a week.
According to them, they won a national championship.
Yeah, they have their own rules. UCF.
Oh,
But I'm telling you,
Well, I wouldn't say this. Welcome to Florida. There's a lot of folks that do that.
true.
crazy. All right, we'll take a quick break. You're dead to me is next.
West Coast, man.
1, 2, 3, break. Time to get into hockey.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, Zeus. Just chilling. He's got nothing. What's going on with him? It's just stoic.
Zeus got a nice coat.
Zeus.
Shiny.
Who's here?
Who's that, Zeus?
Look. He's like, damn, Mr. X, I can't open it.
He looked a little guilty for a second.
That's just some nonsense. All right, time to get to our favorite Friday game. We'll close this thing out. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. Here's who's dead to me. Soccer purists.
Oh.
Do me a favor, dude.
Oh, they're mocking you? They're making fun of you?
I don't even know. I just assume that they are, but you want to know something? I don't even take the time to bother to read the comments, worry about the feedback. I don't care. Because you know what I got, dude? You know what I got?
What do you got?
J-Fig, you want to know what I got?
Oh, boy.
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
You're offending a lot of people.
Marcos, you want to know what I got?
Yeah, man, I want to know.
Great. I got Messi, dude. I got Messi. And you don't. Go. I got the go. I have the best thing in soccer. You don't. You can talk to me about your Johnny come lately Mbappe. You could talk about your washed has-been Neymar or Cristiano Ronaldo or any of these other people that you got and that you want to put your false goats that you want to put out there. But it's not the goat. We got him. Bah! And you want to talk about, oh, this soccer's not up to snuff. Well, I'm sorry, dude, but a rising tide raises all ships. And if you have the GOAT, you have the highest water level out of anybody. So, sorry, soccer purists. You can sit there and you watch your quote-unquote Premier League or La Liga, but doesn't matter how many L's you have in your name, you could just hold this one. Because Messi, dude, Messi is carrying us all to the top. We're going to win this. And by the way, Nashville, you're dead to me, too. You're dead to me, too. They're dead to me, dude. I don't give a rat's ass about Nashville. Messi, dude, the GOAT, soccer purists, dead to me, dude. Leroy, what do you got?
So there's a pandemic, another one, and it concerned our South Florida drivers. And you guys have experienced this. People turn on their signals as they're turning.
Yep.
They don't give you a heads up or nothing. They go, oh crap, signal.
The swoop turn.
Yes. And it's dangerous because everybody's locking up behind them. They jump in front of people. To all those people that try to signal as you're making a turn, you're dead to me. It needs to stop before somebody gets rear-ended, and then you tell the cop, I turned on my signal.
Yikes. Not the only person to talk about that. I guess we're back to school. A lot of people have been mentioning the
Yes. Or I'm telling you what, y'all gonna read about me. And this is gonna be road rage incident involving Leroy Horde.
You guys are very serious today.
If another Yahoo armbars me and jumps in front of me, does the old and jumps in front of me, it's go time.
Just say this, Marcos, just in case. I'd just love to know if it did come to fruition. It would be great to have this footage.
He called the shot.
J-Fig, what do you got?
He's in jail now, but he called the shot.
Okay, so my dead to me goes to basically this summer. Because it hasn't been a summer, okay? I'm already ready for fall, for everything that comes after that, because it's all been rain since April. And now I'm looking, and there's about 4 different storms that are possibly heading our way. And there's one called Hillary that's about to hit California.
Yeah, we're in California.
As a category 4.
You so basically,
Damn, they're not ready for
the cone of concern has made its return.
Bart.
Just like football.
Man.
You know they're gonna do with. And can I ask another question? How in the hell can the European model be better than our model? We live it.
I mean, listen, they're taking over basketball. They're taking over the models, dude. You know, imagine if Jokic wanted to be a weatherman, he'd be best.
European model.
Well,
I'm sorry, Jay Fig, about you not having a summer.
I don't like it because just like you said yesterday, the weather was insane.
Right.
I was stuck at our job for I don't know how long. And the lightning went through our windows.
Look at the
So
bright.
did you go downstairs and get liquored up?
Look at the bright side, Jay Fig. At least there wasn't snow on the beach.
Okay.
Why are you like this?
Oh my goodness. Dude.
I hear that's very beautiful, by the way.
Snow on the beach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where does that happen?
No, see, J-Fig, let me break it down for you.
It's also
Where-
the lyric Leroy, but
I know, but where there is snow on the beaches aren't like Florida beaches. Okay. You're talking about Buffalo, Chicago, where they got that brown dirt sand, the water's murky. Yeah. No.
don't go in murky waters.
No.
Don't
I
do
don't
it.
go in clear waters.
Makes for a cruel summer.
Your loss.
Okay.
What? Stop it.
What is going on?
Marcos, who's dead to you?
Grinning like the devil. That's
I'll
a point.
tell you who's okay.
Wait, what are you getting ready to eat or drum?
Demanding points?
Oh, so during break,
Like,
I was trying to learn how to use chopsticks, but the only thing I had near me was drumstick pencils. So
Oh, you got the form down?
wait. You ever try? Can you eat with chopsticks, Tobin?
Easily.
That's a lie. You eat way too fast.
Dude,
I
am
was
a-
way
tagged
too fast.
on a video.
Dude, I
Okay.
am so
That's
good at
what
eating
we're
with
doing.
chopsticks.
That's what we're doing.
What are we doing?
Chopstick lunch. You got
I
to
don't
eat your
like
whole
it,
meal with
'cause I
I'm for it.
chopsticks. I'm terrible at it, J-Fig.
I'm terrible. I got tagged during break because I was talking about this a couple days ago. I don't know how to eat with chopsticks, and they usually give me the little helpers. But when I go to places and they don't have the helpers, it's a problem.
Use your hands.
Well,
Uh,
Yeah, I love eating
No.
with chopsticks, dude. Delicious.
No.
you don't love eating with
Did
chopsticks.
you see the
love
commercial
it.
where the guy put
Great.
the sushi in ketchup?
I prefer it as over a fork.
I don't even like sushi, and that looked disgusting.
No, you don't, dude.
Marcos,
I already
do,
forgot.
dude.
Okay.
You what? That's
Yeah.
because you eat subs and cheeseburgers.
it was wraparound
With the chopstick?
like this.
That's too complex.
Are you getting ready for a hot date or something, J-Fig? No, that ain't gonna
No.
work. No,
It's not bad though.
no.
Can I just?
I
do
don't
this?
understand how they eat rice with chopsticks because it's sticky rice. I know
Or a
that, but
scoop thing.
yeah.
Well, I'll teach you.
Can you eat with chopsticks, Marcos? I can tell you.
No, I just go.
Wait,
Oh,
you know what's
man.
funny? Here's the craziest part about this. Marcos is starting to get himself before we get him.
I know. I don't like it. What do you got, Marcos, for dead to me?
My dead. Well, let me make sure this is a close set. Jimmy, is this a close set? Jimmy's
Close
not
set.
open. All right, so it's a close set. I just want to make sure I let all of you peasants know
Whoa.
that if you currently own a normal lighter and use your thumb to light that lighter, that is a thing of the past, and you are dead to me.
You're dead to me.
You know why?
Wow.
No.
You guys
Wait,
seen
wait,
this
wait, wait,
watch?
wait, wait. I want to get this on full
This
form.
beautiful watch I've been wearing for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? You need me to light your cigarette? Boom, baby!
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did you get that?
Why?
Because I'm in the future, Tobin. Because I'm in the future.
Really? I could also see you wearing that watch to bed and then accidentally lighting your sheets on
Seriously.
No, because I can't see what time it is. I need a little
Do it
light in
again.
the middle of the night. You know, you gotta whoa! Look at this bad boy. Make sure it's a close set. But yeah, if you peasants are still out there lighting normal lighters,
Why are you guys like? You guys still don't believe the closed set thing, though?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. Dude, it literally looked like you were about to burn your whole house down.
Ridiculous, dude.
It looked like he was about to burn up that microphone.
Yeah.
You were kind of close.
Sound effects there. Someone says Marcos is 100% going to burn his wrist within a week. I've already had it for 3 weeks. And I did burn my wrist. But that is irrelevant from what we're talking about now. Lasted longer. So, you losers in your normal matches, in your normal
Who uses matches anymore?
Tobin.
That's what they used to have the one that did like a torch. That one sometimes doesn't light.
Did you get that just to impress Pete Davidson if he asked you for a light?
Yeah, I'm still waiting. But when he does,
he's hoping it strikes up a conversation.
You're ready.
Yeah. Logan's hoping it strikes up a conversation. He ends up on SNL.
Just waiting, dude.
Doing game shows.
Yeah, man, conversation starter.
What do you got going this weekend, Tobin, besides the busy Saturday?
Not much, dude. Pretty much just work. I mean, Sunday, relaxing day today.
Have you gotten in your pool and it's hot as hell?
Feels like soup.
Oh, the water.
I got to get in my jacuzzi to get too hot so my pool feels cool.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. It's better than it not being there.
Oh no, I've been.
Do you guys really complain about hot water?
It does. It's soupy, J-Fig.
No.
I can understand where it's like swimming. Like, for example, sitting in a jacuzzi is cool. Swimming in a jacuzzi, not cool. Not fun at all.
I used to always, like, when I would go to the gym early in the morning, sometimes I would get in the jacuzzi after I did my exercise in the pool.
How many Vic Fangios were in there?
There used to always be this guy that would get in and go underwater in the jacuzzi. And I'm like, yo.
The old love pushing hot tubs to a limit.
I don't know. I said, I don't know the cleanliness of this pool. And I don't feel comfortable with me sitting up in here and you going underneath for a couple of seconds looking around.
That's fair.
The old also like to just have their arms draped at the edge. The edges like they own the joint.
Yeah.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Oh, I do that.
Oh, yeah.
I do that. You know why?
Because
Because when you get too hot, you don't want to get out. So you just put your arms up and it feels cooler. I don't know how to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to explain it. It's just you know, think it's your hot tub. I get it. But you've definitely, like, Fangs is definitely do that at like the local LA Fitness.
Oh yeah. For sure.
You think Fangs is doing it at the team facility? He's just taking the hot tub for himself?
Yep. Not as cool, J-Fig.
Now we got a bunch of pyrotechnics here.
You ever catch Bill
That's
Belichick
a
in
big
the hot
flame
tub?
coming out of that Liberty watch, too.
It is. It's very terrible.
It's bigger flame than her
Been around.
established flame lighter.
Leroy, you ever catch Bill Belichick in the hot tub?
No. There would be coaches that get in the sauna, though.
I feel like he'd have a hoodie on in the hot tub.
Of course.
No, there'd be coaches getting in there, and we would always say, so you think you're going to drop a couple of LBs without doing any exercise, but you can get in here?
All right, everybody. That's our show for today. Again, Game Day Uncensored tomorrow at noon. Talk to you guys then. With that, everybody have a fantastic weekend, and we will talk to you on Monday.
I turn 30 tomorrow.
Mike is 55. So that means the
Happy birthday.
offensive line is usually responsible for Mike.
I don't think Mike McDaniel's that old.
I told you, Mom.
The old love arbitrary rules. The old
But
love
that's-
being condescending. What's up with your boy?
Of course, you got West Ham. Better than East Ham.
Way better.
You're just a fat ham. Loose goose floozy.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Dolphins underway.